We told you not to wait, Eddie. We told him not to wait. We just gave the biggest sale that we've ever given in history, which was 16 masterclass courses for only $297. Courses that were sold individually for $300 a pop, okay? You basically got them all for $18 a pop. It's something ridiculous if you took advantage of that sale. But don't worry. We're still going to hook you up. You can still get all 16 courses for $397. Now, of course, it's not $297 the way we gave recently, but it's still cheaper than any Black Friday sale that I've ever done in history. Last year, the biggest sale I ever done was more expensive than $397. So if you want to take advantage of this, go ahead, grab the courses. Oh, and also for you guys out there who like to send me sparring and heavy bag videos, you're going to automatically get enrolled to the CA private community, okay, which is basically a place where you can upload videos, upload sparring, ask questions on the daily, and we're going to get back to you. You know what I mean? It's like 24/7 access to Coach Ant and Fast Eddie Chambers, all right? So this is a no-brainer. Don't wait until we raise the price, because once we do, it's gone. It's gone for good. We told you not to wait, Eddie. We told him not to wait. We just gave the biggest sale that we've ever given in history, which was 16 masterclass courses for only $297. Courses that were sold individually for $300 a pop, okay? You basically got them all for $18 a pop. It's something ridiculous if you took advantage of that sale. But don't worry. We're still going to hook you up. You can still get all 16 courses for $397. Now, of course, it's not $297 the way we gave recently, but it's still cheaper than any Black Friday sale that I've ever done in history. Last year, the biggest sale I ever done was more expensive than $397. So if you want to take advantage of this, go ahead, grab the courses. Oh, and also for you guys out there who like to send me sparring and heavy bag videos, you're going to automatically get enrolled to the CA private community, okay, which is basically a place where you can upload videos, upload sparring, ask questions on the daily, and we're going to get back to you. You know what I mean? It's like 24/7 access to Coach Ant and Fast Eddie Chambers, all right? So this is a no-brainer. Don't wait until we raise the price, because once we do, it's gone. It's gone for good. Yo, Eddie. Not sure what's going on, Eddie. Not sure what's going on with my boy Eddie Chambers. There you go. You good, bro? Eddie having some technical difficulties over there. Eddie, I'm going to kick you. Come back in. I'll kick you out. Come back in, bro. I don't know what's going on. What's going on, guys? What's going on? So you guys saw the commercial, the $397. We raised the $297. However, it really doesn't change till midnight. So for the people who are in here right now, this stream, you still have an opportunity to get the Master Boxing Bundle at $297 if you're watching this particular stream live. If you're not watching this live, there's a huge chance that you missed the sale. I might go ahead and give you some sort of a way to contact me, though, if you do watch this stream by like 5 in the morning or something like that, so you can go ahead and still take advantage, because it's not fair that if you watched it when you woke up that you missed it. But $297, this is it, y'all. This is it, 100%. You will not see $297 for the Master Boxing Bundle ever again. This ain't a bluff. This ain't no cap. This ain't a sales tactic. This is just letting you guys know what's going on. However, I am going to keep it cheap enough for a little while longer, which will be $397. So an extra $100, not too bad. I didn't go all the way full price yet, but just wanted to go ahead and put it out there that you still can get it right now. If you're on the stream right now for $297, hopefully you guys take advantage. Also, the courses that were $47, You can get it for $97. That's going to go back up to $300 as well. So Black Friday's been fun. No days off November's been fun. Been running this sale. A lot of people have taken advantage of it. And but everything comes to an end. All good things eventually got to come to an end. So we got to end the sale. I want to say thank you to everybody who has taken advantage of the sale. As you guys seen, Fast Eddie Chambers is having some technical difficulties. So when he gets back on this stream, you know what I'm saying, we'll figure something out. Let me go ahead and say what's up to you guys right now, though. We got my man, Mr. Special Feature. Good evening, Coach, man. How you doing, man? You know what I'm saying? My man said, what's up to Fast Eddie? Fast Eddie's not here. So while he's not here, guys, feel free to go ahead and chime in, Q&A. How did you guys enjoy No Days Off November? No Days Off November, we literally went live every single day for the month of November. We did sessions in the gym. We've done Q&As. We've done film study. We did course studies, like literally went into my courses, opened up the courses, let you guys see under the hood. We did fight parties, a lot of fight parties throughout the month of November. This has been a very, very productive month, man. Honestly, I feel like a lot of information has been given throughout the month of November. One of my favorite No Days Off Novembers that I've ever done. Honestly, I mean, this is my third one, and I think we really drastically improved it. We did, like I said, the gym, going to the gym, actually showing you guys techniques in the gym. I thought that was innovative. I haven't seen nobody do that. I'm sure people are going to start doing it now, of course, you know what I'm saying? But I believe we're the first people to do that on a live stream on YouTube. Of course, everybody else will follow after, and that's cool. You know what I'm saying? It was whatever, but definitely something super dope. And honestly, man, we want to continue to bring you guys this kind of value. We want to continue to go live. We want to continue to show you guys authenticity, you know what I'm saying, with boxing training, you know what I mean? And so that's that, man. My man said, I love No Days Off November, man. I appreciate you. Jake, my man Jake, congrats, coaching complete and No Days Off. Your consistency and energy is unmatched. Thank you, Jake, man. I highly appreciate you, man. Listen, we're just getting started. We're just getting started, man. Honestly, man, the private community is about to really take off in 2024. Again, we've been trying to get people to go into join, grab the master bundle for the private community, because I'm going to grandfather everybody in. So you understand what I'm trying to say is everybody who takes advantage of the master boxing bundle before the year 2024 hits is going to get grandfathered in. 2024, the community is going to be a subscription-based model. So we're going to have exclusivity for the community, and there's going to be a reoccurring payment to be part of the community. So people right now who got the master boxing bundle, whether they got it a year ago, whether they got it right now, they're grandfathered in. That's just my token of appreciation for saying thank you for supporting and being part of this. And we're gonna have all types of cool stuff like the in the gym streams and film studies. Film studies, something that can get done in the community much safer without me risking my YouTube channel. You know what I'm saying? I almost lost my YouTube channel. Well, I'm exaggerating, but I literally caught a strike, and I was shook because honestly, I worked really hard to build this YouTube channel. And what's crazy is I made an alternative YouTube channel. I'm actually streaming directly to the alternative YouTube channel as well. And that one was like, I just realized at that moment, I was like, yo, this is going to be so hard to build back up to 200 and something thousand subscribers. Because, I was comparing myself to other YouTubers who got 1.1 million and 1 million and 1.5 million, right? And I'm looking at myself like, damn, I've been on YouTube for all these years and I only got 275K, being a little bit ungrateful. And as soon as I almost lost the channel, I was like trying to build up the other channel. Obviously, it was only for a day, but I'm trying to build it up. And I'm like, yo,
it's gonna take forever just to get 1,000 subscribers. And I was like, damn, that's when I realized how important and how long it's taken to build up this particular YouTube channel, which has 275,000 subscribers. And I was like, yeah, nah, we're not doing that. We're not losing this channel for film studies. So the film studies are going to have to be done an alternative way. And that's something that most likely I'm just going to be doing inside of the private community, probably through a Facebook group or even a private app. Haven't quite decided. December, I'm going to be doing a lot of brainstorming to figure out how I want to, move things along. G Money, join the chat. Not sure what you mean, champ. Join the chat. What do you mean? How you doing though, bro? I hope everything's good with you. A boxing trainer who has years of experience and proven track of success. Yes, sir. I appreciate you, man. Hi, greetings and blessings. Appreciate you, my guy. My man Rakim, salute my guy. Continue passing wisdom down, nothing but love and blessings from here, regardless of who follows suit. You set the bar, man. I appreciate that, man. It's always, man. Listen, man. I truly appreciate all my supporters, man. Like, really, I really do, man. And that's the reason why I try to go above and beyond. And I try to open up my resources to you guys and teach you guys as much as I can and give ridiculous sales on my products, and do everything that I possibly can to be accessible to my people. You know what I'm saying? And of course, the live streams the algorithm only picks up the live streams and pushes it so hard. So there's only a small group of people who support me, but you guys who are here and guys who've been here consistently, man, it's genuinely appreciated, man. And also, if whoever doesn't have my phone number, 215-709-5437. Let me give Eddie a call, man. I gotta see what's going on with this dude right now, man. Let me call Eddie, man. Call Eddie Chambers, man. You see, I'm calling that boy Eddie.
Yo.
What's going on, bro?
Say again?
What's going on?
Yeah, I'm about to come on in a second. I was trying to get in where the Wi-Fi is because it kept fucking cutting out.
Okay, all right. I didn't know what you was doing. All right, I'll see you in a minute.
I'm about to jump on it now.
Okay.
This still might be good, but I'm gonna try to jump on right now.
Okay, sounds good.
All right.
All right, Fast Eddie about to get back on here, man. Yeah, we were actually going to do this in the gym, but it was just too much, man. You got to understand, like, a lot of the times I got to wait till the gym closes because it's not my particular gym. So I have to wait till the gym closes. And by the time we would have got on there and everything and set everything up, it was just too much work to do on a Thursday night. So, and probably nobody would have even got to see it. So it was just like, you know what, man, we'll probably do like a live in the gym event for the private community or some sort of a live event that I'm going to promote a little bit stronger than just a random last day of No Days Off November. You know what I'm saying? But tonight, you know what I mean? You guys are here with us, man. We can kick it. And let's see, man, if Eddie's a little bit better now. Eddie's having a tough time. I think Eddie's a dub for tonight, ladies and gentlemen. I think Eddie is done. Bad connection on Eddie's behalf. I don't think it's going to work out for Eddie. So, we're just going to continue this going. My man Pablo, when should you step and roll? And when should you roll and step and stay in place? Hold on. I don't know what's going on, man. G Money, you're confusing me, bro. I don't know what you're talking about. But when should you step and roll, and when should you roll and stay in place? Honestly, man, rolling and staying in place, it's optional. You don't necessarily have to step under when you roll every single time. But the key is you don't want to be in the middle. you don't want to be in the middle when you come back up. You know what I'm saying? Hold on, man. Eddie's trying to get in here, but it's not working for my boy. Yeah, he's gonna have to go. All right. So this is something that we got to talk about. So, like for instance, if I roll right and I come back here, boom, I walk right back into a right hand, right? Because if somebody throws a left hook right hand and I roll under the hook, bang. But if I roll under but don't come straight up, I can roll, I can stay low, I can drop. But when you step, you completely clear the right hand. The only issue with the step is you have to be able to do it in real time, real speed. And sometimes it doesn't quite work that way. So it's no big deal if you roll under and stand in place if you don't come straight back up. Because if you come straight back up, that's where you can get cracked. But if you roll under and stay low, you can maybe potentially bend the waist under any particular right hand. So it's like one of those things. And also, if you roll under with the step, you can use that step to just guide you so you can circle out. So you'll be like kind of in a flow. Like when I step under, I could just shuffle out. I can't demonstrate as I'm sitting down, but that's another reason you would do that. My man Will just got that bundle. It's the truth. Thanks, coach. I appreciate you, man. I appreciate you, Will. Yeah, man. This right here is the last time you're gonna see it for $297. Literally, you'll never hear me, and you guys can mark my words. You guys will never hear me promote, talk about, or let me not say talk about, because I might bring up the fact that it's never gonna be that cheap again. But you'll never see me sell the Master Boxing Bundle for $297 again. Mark my words. I want the people in the chat to get a pen and paper, write episode 30, no days off, and test me if I'm lying. You will never see it for $297 again. However, you will see it for $397. I did go ahead and put that commercial, and it's not $397 right now. It will be $397 by this time tomorrow. So for anybody out there who's on the fence, anybody who's on the fence for one course, just a couple days ago, it was $47 a course. Right now, it's $97. If you don't take advantage of the $97, you're going to be paying more than that. If you decide to go with my product, you can always say, I ain't buying shit from you, coach. And you know what I mean? It is all good. But I'm just saying, for the people out there who are interested in, having a library of courses, a wealth of information with me and Fast Eddie Chambers, for basically $18 a pop, now is your last chance to go ahead and grab that. You know what I mean? Coach and Eddie. Well, Eddie's not here just yet. Do you think that boxing can help with anger management? 100%, man. 100. Ain't no think. It's guaranteed. Boxing will definitely help you release that aggression. And who really wants to fight after basically just boxing all day, hitting bags, pads, sparring? You release that aggression, you know what I'm saying? So yes, 100%. Oh, you're wondering you could talk to me on the live. Okay, yeah. Come on, come be my guest. I'm gonna put the link right now. Come on, G Money. Click that link, G Money. And pull up in here since Eddie can't get in here right now. Pull up in here. You know what I'm saying? I talk to my people, man. Sometimes I don't need Eddie Chambers to be the special guest. Y'all could be my special guest. You know what I mean? Try to open the doors, hang out with you guys. And it's all good. Sitting here waiting for my boy G Money. Pablo, thank you, coach. No problem, man. You know what I mean? And we talk about that in angles and how to create it, Pablo. The stepping under when you roll, and we get into full detail. So you may want to check that out.
Yo, man, this thing is giving me so much
I
trouble.
figured you was having a hard time. I wasn't tripping.
Yeah, man, this has been ridiculous. I don't know what the hell is going on with this thing today. Normally, I don't have as much trouble. You know what I mean? When I'm trying to connect, even when I'm not there, even when I'm just using regular, the cellular connection. Like I never have like when I'm, when it's on 4, 5, even 5, well 5G. It's normally not like this, but for whatever reason, bro, it's giving me trouble. But I'm here.
What are you parked up?
Yeah, I had to park. I just wanted to, I wanted to jump on.
Well,
because I got a couple things.
How far are you from your crib?
I'm here. I was able. That's why I'm connected to the Wi-Fi.
You made it home.
Yeah, I made it home. I just wanted to jump on, make sure I was gonna be on.
Yeah. Nah, cool, man. Listen, if you want to go inside and get situated, I'm gonna be on here for a while, so you can go do that. And use that same link and come in here.
Okay,
so you ain't
jump right in.
So you ain't got to sit in the car the whole time.
Yeah, no, I mean, yeah, I would have, but I mean, it's cool. I could do it. It don't matter either way. I don't mind sitting in the car sometimes, but I'll just go ahead, jump in the house. Yeah, no problem.
All right, cool, man.
All right,
see you later.
All right, buddy.
Yeah, I'm not gonna do that to Eddie, man. I'm not gonna make Eddie sit in the car, man, at 11:23 at night. Let him go inside real quick. I'm not in a rush, y'all. I sent that link to my boy G Money. Jose. You there? I don't know what to say. I don't know what's going on tonight, y'all. Y'all connections is crazy. I don't know what to say, man. Anybody who wants to go ahead, hit that link, man. Pull up in here, come chop it up, or continue to do the Q&A. Eddie will be back in a minute. Amanda Romero, I think road work for boxing is overrated if you want to improve your cardio. We actually talked about that last night, Amanda, for a good duration of the live stream. So you may want to check out yesterday's stream. We talked about that for a while. Different things that you can do to be an alternative for road work. Yesterday's stream was like an hour and a half long. I would probably check out like the last 30 minutes. We gave a lot of good game yesterday. So you may want to go ahead and go back and check that. As for it being overrated, I don't know about it being overrated. I think it just depends. Maybe it is slightly overrated. I think if you understand road work and you understand what you're doing, it's not overrated. But for some people, they'll put more emphasis into the road work than they will into their boxing training, and then that's the problem. You got guys out here running 4 miles, 5 miles, 6 miles, 8 miles, but then giving a half-ass effort in the gym boxing. You know what I mean? And then that becomes a problem. You're not getting ready for a marathon, so you don't need to run a lot of miles. You do need some sprinting. I do believe some miles do help. I think that it's okay. I think it's a good way to clear your mind. I think it's good for your legs if you don't have any joint issues. But if you're out here just thinking you're going to run your way into shape for boxing, you're not. Boxing, the way you get in shape for boxing is boxing. It's that simple. The way you get ready for a marathon is running. The way you get ready for a race is sprinting, So the way you get ready for a bodybuilding show is through lifting. And you got some bodybuilders who do cardio, but the cardio is not what's going to win them the bodybuilding award. It's the weight training and the diet. So again, people are always trying to find a hack to improve, but the truth is the secret is right inside of what you're actually doing. You know what I mean? And what you're actually doing is boxing. So focus on your boxing. Will,
Yo,
what's going on, champ?
so coach, how you doing?
Good, man. How can I help you, man?
Man, just had a quick question, man. Uh, yes, I'm an amateur boxer. Been boxing for about a year. Got an exhibition and a fight. My thing is I've been sparring, just coming from the gym lately. Uh, Especially with heavyweights getting backed up, on the ring. When you start throwing overhand rights, my thing is that's probably the only punch I really get hit with. I'm trying to see, what any suggestions, especially for like heavyweight boxing, you know.
You're a heavyweight?
Yeah.
How tall are you?
6'4", 230.
The guys who are hitting you with the overhand rights, are they taller than you or are they shorter than you?
Yeah, they're like 6'1", 240, 250.
6'1", so they're a little bit shorter than you.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I mean, what could be happening is, I mean, I don't know what you're doing with your lead hand. I mean, you could be dropping it at the wrong time. Then you can be getting caught when you're jabbing. I don't know when you're getting caught with necessarily with the overhand, but you want to be careful popping your jab, stepping to your left, right? Because if you're popping, I mean, you're a left righty or a lefty.
I'm righty.
Okay, so listen, I'm going off the top of my head right now, as you can see.
Mm-hmm.
The best thing I could do is, this is a perfect situation for a guy like you, and I ain't trying to sell you on nothing, but to be in my private community, because then you could post a video of you getting hit with the shot, and
Mm-hmm.
then I can dissect it. You see what I'm saying? And see exactly why you're getting hit. But off the top of my head, it's either a timing issue where you're not bringing your hand back in time to be able to catch the overhand right. Because if a shorter guy is throwing an overhand right at you, it's as simple as bringing your lead glove up and blocking it. It's that simple. Like, so if you're popping your jab and he's catching you as you're bringing your jab back, you can get caught. Because a shorter guy, a lot of the times they'll slip a jab, and then they'll shoot that overhand as you're stepping to your left. You'll walk right into the overhand. Another time is they could jab your body. You could jab your hand, drop your hands, they'll throw the overhand. So it sounds like you're either dropping your hand or is a timing issue. Maybe you can tell me a little bit more why you're getting hit with it, that you think you're getting hit with it.
Some people in the gym tell me sometimes that I stand too tall. I don't know if that's the thing. 'Cause I try to stand tall and use my height so I can see stuff, but I feel like sometimes I'm kind of upright. I mean, I probably think that.
Yeah, I mean, you want to have your knees slightly bent. I mean, you don't want to be one of these guys who are boxing like this, right? Like, you do want to have no matter how tall you are, I'm sitting down right now, but no matter how tall you are, this is where I want to be. I want to be tucked. I don't want to be straight up like this. I want to be tucked.
Mm-hmm.
I want my hands up. If I fight comfortably with my hands up, and that overhand right, man, you're simply gonna bring that glove to that temple area. You know what I mean? So you just want to be careful when you're jabbing. You want to make sure you're not dropping your hand standing directly in front of your guy. And that's really all I can say without footage, without actual information. You know what I mean? The overhand right is simply going to land because your lead hand is low and you're not doing nothing to catch it. You're not bringing this glove up to catch it. You're not shoulder rolling. That's the only reason you could be getting caught.
Yeah, I could tell you one more thing too. I kind of sometimes the little Klitschko style, having extended the lead hand extended. I kind of do that, but sometimes I feel like a little open too. Sometimes, so trying to figure out how to put that style together and stay protected.
Yeah, I mean, the best thing you could do, man, is stick to the fundamentals. Snap your jab. Don't overcommit. If you're the taller guy, you don't want to overcommit with your jab because now you're stepping into their range.
Mm-hmm.
So you want to make sure you're snapping your jab. You want to make sure you're bringing your hands back. And if you're trying to keep your hands out like this, is what you're telling me?
Yeah, kind of long guardish type thing.
Okay, so let's say you're doing this, right? And a guy jabs your body. Chances are you're going to react like this, kind of, because in order to block a jab to the body, you got to be here. So it's going to be here, and then you're going to have to do this, or you're going to try to do one of these. And if you're doing one of these situations, that's when they could go ahead and shoot that shot over the top. So you definitely want to be careful doing this because you look at all the holes. There's
Right.
literally holes everywhere. Now, if you're standing right here, even if you bring your hands out a little bit further from right here, you can still catch everything. You know what I'm saying? You can deflect things.
Mhm.
But if I'm standing like trying to like mimic another fighter, this is where you want to really get in tune with your coach. I mean, do you have a coach?
Yeah, I got a coach. I got a coach.
Okay,
Yeah.
so this is where you want to get in tune with him and make sure like you're listening, because I don't know what he's telling you, but if he's not telling you to do that and you're doing that, I mean, you could be, you know what I'm saying, causing damage. If he's advising that you do that, then you have to understand fully why you're doing that. You know what I mean?
Right. Right.
But yeah, man, the best thing I could tell you, Will, is just stick to the fundamentals. Bring your hands back to your chin immediately. Make sure you're stepping back. Like keep your proper range. Keep yourself tucked. Don't stand too tall. And boxing is a timing thing. You know, I could tell you 1,000 different techniques. If somebody times it, you're gonna get caught. I could tell you, listen, man, throw a 1-2. If somebody slips your right hand at the right time, they could rip a hook to your body.
Mm-hmm.
If you throw the jab at the right time, a guy can slip your jab, throw a right hand at the same time. So it doesn't really matter. In boxing, you're always open somewhere. So
Right.
there's no invincible technique in reality. So you got to understand that boxing is a timing game, and there are chances of you getting hit when you punch or when you get in the ring in general. So I mean, it might just be a timing issue as well that you have to, perfect.
Got you. Got you. Hey, that's all I got, Coach. Though. Appreciate that.
Hey man, I appreciate you coming on here, man. Anything you need, man, you know where I'm at.
No problem, man. Stay up.
Take care. My man Will pulling up in here. Yeah, man, guys, when you guys ask me specific questions like that, I'm just generalizing, but it's hard for me to really give you a full, honest answer. I'm just generalizing. I'm just thinking of guys getting hit with overhand rights. But the truth is, this is where, like, instead of me doing film study on a famous fight, I could be doing film study on your training, film study on your sparring, film study on your fights. And that's the big difference. And that's, one of the big selling points to the private community, mentorship programs with me, things of that nature, because then we can really get into a deep dive and figure some shit out. I can't just give you a regular answer. And you feel me? Like I really can't. I really want to. Like right now, as he's saying this shit to me, I'm like, damn, I wish he had a video so I could look at it real quick. You see what I'm saying? But anyway, Will, thank you for pulling up on here, man, and hopefully, one day you decide to go ahead and join the private community or something like that. TJ, you ain't get your notification, man. What's going on, bro? Also, I find it weird how more skilled boxers has you out because hold on. Also, I find it weird how more skilled boxers has you out because when I spar people less experienced, I don't gas out, but better fighter I had. Yeah, easy. You're gonna gas out quicker with more talented people because you're working harder. You know what I mean? More talented people know how to deal with your shit, so they're going to be hitting you more. So therefore, you have to work harder. Also, you're going to have anxiety because you're dealing with a more skilled fighter. Right now, I can go in the ring right now, years without boxing with a bunch of beginners, and I could probably give you 12 rounds and look like a champion. But if you put me in there with an active fighter like freaking Benavidez or Canelo, it's not going to look the same. You see what I'm saying? Because those guys are active. Those guys are dangerous. Those guys know what they're doing. So it's a different game when you step up in class. This is why every fighter deals with this when they step up in class. And there's levels to this shit. No matter who you are, there's always going to be a new level. So that's normal, Amanda. And that Armando. I keep calling you Amanda. My bad, Armando. I don't know why I thought that shit said Amanda this whole time, bro. My bad. But yeah, whenever you step up in class, you're always gonna fatigue a little bit more because the the more talented people are going to make you work harder, and depending on the punching power, depending on what's going on, it's going to cause a level of anxiety. Whether you deal with it good or not, that's one thing, but you're still going to have to deal with that. So, like I said, that's very normal when you're dealing with somebody who's on your level or better. Eddie, is that something you want to touch on? Have you ever been in a situation where you felt like you were in good shape boxing a certain class of guy, but then when you got in there with like a much more talented guy, you might have got fatigued a little bit faster or something
Yeah,
like that?
it can happen. Yeah, depending on the level of the guy you're getting in with, the pressure's higher. In your mind, sometimes you put more pressure on yourself too to perform, and you obviously find it difficult because he's able to do things that maybe the other guys you're used to sparring with can't quite do, or they don't push you to the limit, offensively or defensively. So yeah, 100%, I can see that being an issue. You know what I mean? It's like sometimes, like if you get in there with, like I say, a smaller guy who tends to be faster and more skilled, better coordinated. You know what I mean? The pace is faster. Sometimes can be a bit challenging more for you than even sometimes bigger guys, because the bigger guys are kind of running into the same issue that you're running into when you're smaller guys. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, it can be. There's a plenty of different issues you can run into with that, especially like you said when there's more skilled fighters in there. They're going to push you more. They're going to make you have to do more to be able to compete. It's a natural thing. You're going to get tired. You're going to be, like I said, the pressure. You know what I mean? You're not only are you putting on yourself, but the pressure to be better so that you can compete at the level that they are. It's 100%. I can see it. It's happened to me, so I know. I know what he's going through.
Yeah. So like I was telling the people, Eddie, it's the Master Boxing Bundle has now, it's still 297, Eddie. Still
Mm-hmm.
297 until we get off the stream. And
Okay.
then it's gonna be 397. So I'm going up
Hey.
slightly. I'm going up slightly in increments right now, giving people a chance, these last minute buyers a chance. The courses were $47 2 days ago. Right now they're 97. I'm gonna go ahead and raise those as well.
Yeah.
Right now I raised the courses to $200 each. It's still $100 cheaper than what we were selling them for before. So I think we went so cheap with the courses for this particular Black Friday and there's no days off November that I had a guy yesterday DM me, right? And I told him, like, he asked me a question and he was like, yo, so what was the difference in what I paid? You know what I mean? He didn't realize how expensive the Master Boxing Bundle was previously. So at $297, he thought he spent a lot of money. You know what I'm saying? He felt like he spent a lot. And I was just like, you do realize, like, I just sold this same bundle for $1,500 and it was a sale, right? You do realize that, right? He was like, really? Like, I'm like, yeah, $1,497, really recent, not too long ago. And he couldn't fathom that. So it just goes to show you, for all the new people who going through because this is like a funnel, new people come to your channel, subscribe, new people follow you on Instagram. They don't know what was going on before. So to them, this is it. This is like what's happening. You know what I'm saying? So now I'm giving the last minute buyers a little bit of a shot.
A chance.
And also the community, Eddie, we're gonna do a lot of dope shit in the community. Remember today we were gonna do the stream in the gym. And then I decided, you know what, man, it's too much. It's going to be too late. And not only that, that's something that I want to save for my paying members anyway. So live streams like that, those have to be given to the people who actually invest into the programs, and invest into the live streams, etc., whatever. But we'll still be on here accessible. This is the last day of No Days Off November, Eddie. We literally went on live every single day for the month, yo. That's a lot of work. And that's a lot of game. Like, you think about it. Some people go live one time a week, one time a month. We've given like a year's worth of live stream content in one month. You know what I'm saying?
Crazy. That's crazy. Think about that. It's a lot of work you put into it, man. There's a lot of work we put into it. You know what I mean? But, it's for the people. You know what I mean? It's a necessary evil. You know what I mean? It's not necessarily a bad thing. I think it's a good thing. I think it gives the people a chance to really see what we have to offer. You know what I mean? And you know, it gives us a chance to see what the people want. You know what I mean? And how much they want it, and you know, see if they're loyal and they're willing to be there every day. You know what I mean? Like you might be training a kid, and the first couple of days, he comes in, he's there early, he's ready to go. You know, but then when stuff gets a little bit harder, you want to see, like, will the kid still be coming, or is he going to fade away? You know what I mean? So this is an opportunity for the people who support us to really see if they're going to be diehards. They're going to be real, real serious about what they're, about their boxing journey. And, so far, there's a good amount that are proven that they're going to be here for the long run.
Yeah, man. A lot of people. I remember when I used to box, man. Like I've said this story a few times, but I'll never forget it. Like I had a really good performance in a sparring against a good boxer at the time, and the first
Yeah,
thing I did was run to my coach. How'd I look? Because I knew I looked good.
yeah,
You want to hear it from your coach.
yeah.
You know
Right.
that, Eddie. How I look
Yeah, of
today.
course. I always do that with my dad.
Damn well you look like Sugar Ray Leonard, Floyd Mayweather, Eddie Chambers, all about
Yeah,
one fighter that day.
yeah,
And
yeah.
they're like, and so my coach, he kind of brought me back down to reality. He said, "Do it again tomorrow," and I was just like, "Okay, I see where you're going with this." But that stuck with me as a coach.
Mhm.
When I became a coach, kids would do the same shit to me. If they had a good day, hey, how I look today? I'm like, yes, do it again tomorrow,
Yeah,
because anybody could look good for a day.
that's right.
Anybody can look good for a day, do good for a year, 2 years, 3 years. Those are the people who get somewhere. You know what I'm saying? It's like dieting, right? Like anybody can eat
Yeah,
good for one day. Let me see
yeah.
you eat good every day. You know what I'm saying?
Discipline. That's
And
the.
we got New Year's coming up, Eddie. We got New Year's coming up. The resolutions are gonna start. I want to start
Oh
early.
yeah,
I want to start
yeah,
early. I want to start tomorrow, December 1st.
yeah.
I wanted to do something called Discipline Decembers. But
Ooh,
Discipline Decembers would be, tell me if the people in here would be interested in Discipline Decembers, where we go live every day for December to check in on our nutrition.
mm,
Make sure you're eating
damn,
good. Share what we're eating. Staying on course with
damn.
our workouts. Discipline December, man. Put a thumbs up in the chat if you think Discipline Decembers would be something that you guys would be interested in. How many people in here need help with discipline? I know I do, Eddie. I'm a
We all
coach,
do. So,
but I
but
deal with it myself.
but this is how you hone down. You start to get that discipline under control. You got to give yourself an opportunity to do it, and not try to make one drastic change and just all of a sudden think that that's going to set you straight for the rest of your life.
But check it out. Check it out. That's why I like the idea of doing it in December, because
Hmm.
think
Oh
about
yeah,
December. Think about December as the pregame for January.
oh yeah,
So discipline Decembers wouldn't necessarily be like, of course, the goal is to um, be fully disciplined for the whole month. That's the goal.
right,
However,
right.
if you can do good, let's just say 75% of the month, 80%, you roll into the New Year's with a momentum
Oh
where
yeah,
you decide, I'm just going to kick back for the whole month. And then when the New Year's roll around, now you want to get started. You're already behind because
yeah.
you've been bullshitting. You see what I'm saying?
Hmm.
So the goal of Discipline Decembers is, let's lock in now. And what's crazy is, Eddie, people really don't know how much I know about nutrition, how much you know about nutrition. People don't really know because I'm not like a body beautiful. I know, you know what I'm saying? You were known as
I'm
Fat
not
Eddie Chambers at one time. But
facts.
look how much you've linked up. You've seen me
Yeah,
go from being fat to skinny multiple times.
yeah,
The knowledge could be there, but it's not about
yeah.
knowledge a lot of the times. It's about discipline. You can know whatever the fuck you know. Listen, I can tell you everything about boxing that I
Right,
know.
right.
I know it's world class, but that don't mean that I'm gonna have the discipline to apply it every day as a fighter or
It's hard.
whatever, right? So,
That's right.
The key is discipline, and a lot of people need help with discipline. So I see a few thumbs up. I need some more thumbs up, y'all. I need some more thumbs up. I see 35 people in the chat right now. I need more than 5 thumbs up. More thumbs up.
Listen.
Discipline members. We will continue the live streams going. We will continue the live streams going. Okay. Also, if you have my phone number, listen, hold on. Look what we're willing to do for the people, Eddie. If you have my phone number, you take down the phone number right now. For those of you guys out there, this is only if I go ahead and give y'all. I haven't decided. I haven't committed yet.
Yeah.
But you take my number right now. I need everybody who doesn't have my number to shoot me a text right now. And I will shoot a motivational text every day to make sure we stay on track. Accountability text.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. And me and Eddie will get on here every day. We will discuss what we did in the gym that day. Listen, I don't box no more. I lift weights. I'll tell you my weight training routine, my cardio routine. Eddie could tell you what he's doing for boxing, weight training for the month of December only. Keep the thumbs up going. Let me know, guys, if this is something that you guys would be really, really interested in. Eddie, what's your thoughts on this, man? Is this something that you want to commit to?
Of course. I mean, I'm always down for stuff like that. You know what I do when I lock in. When I detox, it's over. I cut everything out. You know what I mean? So discipline December is easy for me. You know what I mean? But it's just you gotta be realistic about it. I think trying to do what I do is not necessarily always advisable because it's really difficult to stick to for some people. But giving them a month to say, hey, look, let's start moving in the right direction. Let's just be accountable for what we're doing. If you make a mistake, if you fall off, you fall off. But the reality of it is, get back on the horse, get back on the horse the next day. You know what I mean? Don't allow yourself to continue to do it just because I messed up, so I might as well just go back to doing the bullshit that I was doing before. Nah. You make the mistake, it's fine. You fall off, get back on. You know what I mean? Pause.
Right.
But yeah.
Yeah, man. So this is something that I'm willing to do. I think it'll be a lot of fun. It'll also show a different side because people don't really know the other side of the boxing stuff that we do. We've been teaching techniques. We've been teaching guys how to set traps and counterpunch the Philly shell, all that stuff. But one thing we haven't shown people is how we get guys prepared. Listen, we got to get guys in shape. I got to get guys that weigh 150, 140 when they're not training to get down to 126.
That's crazy.
That comes with nutrition. That comes with discipline. That comes with training regimens. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and get some of my before and afters of previous transformations of myself. I'm going to have to take some before and afters right now if I decide to do something like this. All this is Discipline Decembers would simply be a jump start for 2024, y'all. That's what it would be. It would be a jump start for 2024, posting everything you eat. Now, this is the thing that people don't know about dieting. What I'm sure there's plenty of people in here who do know. But if you count your calories, if you count your macros, you can technically eat whatever you enjoy to eat. Like if we're looking at it from a standpoint of weight loss, right? Now, of course, the goal for any diet program is to be healthy. We're not just looking to lose weight. We want to be healthy. But when people think about dieting right off the rip, they think about keto. They think about cutting the carbs, cutting the sugar, cutting the bread, cutting this, cutting that. And yes, that is a tool. That is an approach. It can work. It does work. However, for some people, when they do that, they end up falling off, binging, giving up. And I think that there is levels to this. Like you said, Eddie, what Eddie does, when you look at Eddie, you're looking at a world-class professional athlete who's been disciplined on and off throughout his life. Little easier for him to be disciplined than, let's just say, somebody who's never been disciplined before. Just like it's a little easier for you to step in the ring and box. Sometimes you don't even know how you do it, but you've been doing this since you were a baby. So we'll talk about counting calories. Even if you guys know about this stuff, we're still going to talk about it. We'll talk about counting calories. We'll talk about nutrition. We'll talk about macros. Okay, and we'll do that on Discipline December if we decide to go through with it. I haven't decided fully yet though, Eddie. I don't know if I got enough thumbs up in the chat. I got some though. I
Yeah,
got
I
some.
mean, some people are willing, and some people are looking for that little motivation. But the problem with motivation is like emotions in general. It's fleeting. You know, you'll be motivated one day, and then the next day is like, I don't feel like it today. Well, it's not really. It's always been discipline over motivation. You know what I mean? Keep it going even if you don't feel like it. You know what I mean? I saw this. It was on Kurt's wall. He put it in his gym. Discipline over motivation. It's like no matter what you normally like, no matter how you feel, you still get up at 3 in the morning or whatever. You still get up. You still do the workout. You still eat the food. You keep the rotation going the entire time, no matter what happens. There's no excuse. You gotta keep the same routine. You make it a lifestyle. You make it something that you just can't not do.
I
And
need
that
I need
is
my bad, my bad. I need you guys to shoot me a text right now. Everybody who's in this chat, every last person who is in this chat, I need you to text me right now. Just shoot me a thumbs up. 215-709-5437. I say that because Discipline members now. Uh, I don't know what time I'm gonna go live every day, so I need you guys to be able to catch me at different times of the day. This is something that what I've never done before, Eddie, a early morning live stream. Like,
ooh,
you know what I'm saying?
that'd be crazy.
Like a first thing in the morning motivation, like, yo, let's get our day started the right way, make sure we stay on track, blah, 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 blah. I don't know if I'm even ready for that yet.
I mean, look, we talked
I'm
about this before.
trying to figure out different ways to make this as goal specific so everybody can reach their goals as possible. This is something that we really should just be bringing to the private community, Eddie. I ain't even gonna lie. As I'm saying this, I'm saying this is private community material shit. However, I'm down to do it on YouTube. I'm down to do it right now for this month just to show people that
Yeah,
when we commit to something, we don't fuck around. You've seen we
right.
committed to more days off November. You've seen we've committed to the YouTube channel. 1,000 free tutorials on YouTube, y'all. 16 masterclass courses for the Master Boxing Bundle for only $297. Instagram, TikTok, YouTube Shorts. Eddie Chambers, 49 pro fights. Coach Anthony, 9 world championship fights, going on 10. Listen, man, we dedicated people. We're disciplined. But the food part, Eddie, I need to be a little bit more disciplined. I ain't even going to
Listen,
front.
don't think it's just you. Trust me, most people in this chat, even the ones that are in great shape, struggle with diet every now and again. It's just something that it is what it is. We're in the Western world. We're in a first world country, and food is in abundance. There's so much that you can do, and it's even taught to be, be free, eat what you want, live how you want. You know what I'm saying? That it's been something that's been fed to us since we were kids. You know what I mean? A healthy diet really, by the food pyramid back in the day, turned out to be a horrible way to eat. But we thought, you know what I'm saying? So, it's been socially programmed in us to do some of the thing and have some of these habits, and that's why. Oh, yeah, we're gonna get old. Yeah, we'll get old one day. We're gonna be fat. You know what I mean? No, you don't. You don't have to be like that. That's not something that's set in stone just because you get older, you get bigger. No, you just stick to your diet or to a decent diet, and you'll be fine.
Dorothy, I see your thumbs up. Todd Taylor, I see your salute. Coach
Mm-hmm.
Jimmy Jones, I see your text. Just so y'all can see, y'all, I'm really reading text messages off my phone. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
so y'all don't be. I can't really show it. The white screen is like messing it up. But just so y'all can see, I'm looking at my phone and I'm looking directly at the text messages. So when I tell y'all text me, you're really texting me. You're really talking to me. For the people who buy my courses, and you guys also get text from a different number. So I got 2 numbers, one that I did with all my business stuff, and then this one. When you get texts from me on the business stuff, like, hey, man, would you like to get on a coaching call, stuff like that, to upgrade you to like a different program, whatever, that's me also. Okay, so when you guys text that back, when you guys get the emails from me, a lot of the times, Eddie, in the emails, I'm always trying to sell my courses. I'm gonna keep it real. I try to sell my courses, but a lot of the times I'll give like some game as well. So I'll be like, all right, today I'm gonna try to sell my courses. However, I'm also gonna give like 10 tips on something that if they don't buy the courses, they get value. You see what I'm saying? I'm writing those emails too, y'all. You're dealing with me. You're dealing with me when you're dealing with me. You know what I'm saying? You're dealing with Eddie when you're dealing with Eddie. So I think that's the difference, and that's the advantage that we have here at Coach Anthony Boxing, is that we're really connected to y'all. Like we're not just out here like, don't get me wrong. The goal is to have a big squad, a big team, you know what I mean? More people to help so we can help more people. But me and Eddie alone deal with a lot of you guys on a personal level. I got an elite mentorship program that I haven't even one time promoted on these live streams, where I deal with people on a personal level, give them custom workout programs, custom plans, diet plans, film studies. That's a whole nother program. It's a lot more expensive. However, I don't even really promote that on the live. I just promote the Master Boxing Bundle. And if you guys want to move forward with me on that, you guys will get, notifications and stuff to show you that you guys can be part of that also. But I'm the one getting on the calls. I'm not hiring Joe Schmo who has a year of boxing experience and he's telling you, hey, Coach Anthony told me to give you this. No. You're talking to me. You're dealing with me personally. Yeah. People don't understand the value in that, Eddie. When we do the elite mentorship and you're on there and you're giving these people personal game, shit that you've went through. This is crazy.
This is real, yeah, real shit. It's not like you get on, you just talking to like some operator or something like that, or automated, message or something. You actually talking to the source.
Let's do that right now. I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna go ahead and put this right now. Okay, this stream right here, and I want to go ahead and give somebody right now an opportunity to get a free coaching call with us. I just had my man Will get on here. He said he was getting hit with the overhand right, and I told him different reasons why you can get hit with the overhand right, but I told him the best thing I could do is actually see the sparring. I can't I can tell you like generalizations, but we have to see it.
Yeah, in order to be able to tell why it's been happening. Yeah. So a lot of times you put.
My bad.
No. You good. You good. Keep on.
I was gonna say, anybody who wants to click that link, who wants to talk to me and Eddie personally right now, click that link, man, just so y'all can see y'all dealing with real people who have no problem chopping it up with y'all. Get on here right now. This ain't gonna cost you nothing. The link is free. The game is $1 million worth of game. They should call me Gilly, but you know what? They should call me Gilly and call you Wallow or vice versa, because we giving out, matter of fact, $1 billion worth of game.
Hey, listen, because this can really make you money. Like I said, like we talked about it before, man. You got people out here making money off of what they've learned. You know what I'm saying? I know guys.
I got a testimonial that I shared yesterday's stream. A guy literally bought my courses making $30,000 a month. I was like, yo, hold up, I want to cut. But guess what? He was smart enough to do something with the information. I ain't mad at him. Do your thing.
Made it work for him. Yes, sir. Made it work for him. And that's the thing. A lot of look, if you take this and you actually start winning fights because of some of the information you got, it's worth it. It's worth it. It's more than worth it. You get the Master Boxing Bundle and
find out y'all scared to click the link. Let me find out y'all scared to click the link, y'all. Like, what's going on? Like literally,
they might not want to be put on the spot.
Y'all scared to click the link? What's the deal? People, they say that public speaking is one of the most scariest things. They say it's one of the scariest things, even scarier than boxing. That's crazy. Will's a fighter. You see him, he got the headgear on. He ain't got no shirt on his profile pic. Will's a fighter. Yeah. He ain't scared to click the link, all right? The rest of these guys in here, y'all scared to click the link, man. That's crazy. Here at Coach Anthony Boxing, we're going to have to give you guys some courage, okay, to click the damn link, all right?
Hey, man, look, you just talking to us. I mean, there's people listening, but you just talking to us. Don't put pressure on yourself. Don't make it any harder than it is. That's one thing. Like the public speaking thing is real. It is very hard to do, but you just
So
got to understand
basically, what we're doing is we're teaching people boxing and public speaking skills. You know
right
what I mean?
now.
That's going to cost extra. Of
Yeah.
course, extra. I'm gonna have to put my
Hey.
invoice right there in the chat for y'all. Y'all can go ahead and just go ahead and pay that. You know what I mean? Because a lot of y'all who are scared to talk, if you spoke up more, you might get more of what you want out of life. You know what I'm saying? So
Hey, listen. I know for a fact that's something that I had to learn. I definitely had to learn that.
yeah, Will,
That's
go ahead,
my life.
man. Click that link, Will. If you want any more questions, man, you got Fast Eddie here. He's a heavyweight too, Eddie.
Oh yeah. Oh
Yeah,
boy.
he's a heavyweight. So you might have some work right there.
I don't know, man. I don't these young dudes trying to put their hands on me. I don't know, man.
Yo,
I'm trying to
Will,
stay
man.
out. Ah, here we go.
You want to spar Eddie?
Shit,
Nah.
hey, I love that. Nigga lie.
Why?
Hey,
I wouldn't.
I've been watching Eddie recently, man. Your face, but I really appreciate you as a fighter, man. Especially having skill as a heavy. You don't see that nowadays.
Appreciate it, man. Appreciate it.
All right,
Yes,
Will.
you
So
know,
look,
on.
Will,
Go
you
ahead.
ain't scared to talk publicly, but you scared to show your face, though. So we almost got
Hey, man, it's late, man. I don't, I just finished
He
sparring.
said,
you. Okay.
hey, listen, man. It's all right, man. We no judgment here. Trust me. Here we
Nah.
go.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
There you go. See what I'm
No
saying?
judgment.
All
Yeah.
right. So Will, go ahead, because I got somebody else behind you that's going to get in here. Now people got courage. So
About
get
fight.
your question out.
I typically like to box, like like I ain't gonna lie, I like Eddie's style. I try to emulate as much as I can. But my problem is
Appreciate
getting caught up in brawls. I mean, I can
it.
brawl. I like to brawl. I like the inside fight and stuff. But just like, how do you deal with getting caught up in a brawl? Like, you get emotional as a fighter. As a man,
Mm.
how to bang at you, you want to bang back. I don't know. How do you deal with that?
Mm.
Like, if someone wants to brawl with you all the time.
Well, you can't, honestly, in my opinion, you can't get emotional in boxing. You gotta completely detach emotion. It's not about feelings. You know what I mean? It's about performance. So stop feeling
Hmm.
and understand this is a part of a process. When you get hit and you get hurt, just realize you made a mistake. You know what I'm saying? When you in there brawling and you swinging big shots and they swinging big shots, you giving them just as much of a chance to land on you as you can land on them. You know what I'm saying? And if you're a better boxer, why would you give him an opportunity when you could literally close this dude out or shut him out? There's no chance for him, but because you getting emotional and not being stoic like a man should be in the ring, now you in a brawl with a dude that ain't even on your level. You know what I'm saying? And then when you get out of there, you're like, damn, I barely beat a guy that I should have whitewashed. Nah, you just gotta be stoic, stay to your game plan, listen to what your coach says, stay behind the jab, use your footwork, use the things that God gave you and the ability that
Can I
you've
chime
worked
in? Can
on.
I chime in? Can
Go
I
ahead, go.
chime
You
in?
got it. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Will, is this happening in the gym or is this happening in competition? Like, what's your experience level?
Um, in the gym, I can, like, if someone hits me with a heavy shot or just a wild haymaker, I have enough composure in the gym. But it's like in the fights, I get
Mm-hmm.
the adrenaline dump and all that.
Mm-hmm.
Are
But yeah,
you're an amateur fighter?
yeah, I got one fight.
Okay.
I mean,
But
it was only one time. You ain't got a lot of experience, so in that scenario, you got to give yourself a little bit of a break. It's gonna happen. You know what I mean? You're new-ish in the fight game as far as fighting, so give yourself a chance. I mean, if you're better than the guy, though, and I'm saying this for future reference, don't put yourself in a situation where you're gonna give him an opportunity. The idea is to win. You know what I mean? By any means. You know what I mean? Not illegally, obviously. We try not to do that. But the reality of it is, if you're a better fighter, if you can box from the outside, if you can keep him off you can offset him, you can counterpunch him, you can do all of those things. But instead, you decide to brawl. Now you're putting yourself in a situation where, like I said, he just got just as much a chance to win as you. It's almost a 50-50 thing. If he catch you, he can knock you out. You understand what I'm saying? Or you catch him, you might knock him out. That's great. But why put yourself in a position where that can happen? You understand what I'm saying? Then the more brawls you get into, the more damage you take. And over the course of a career, we know that ain't something that most of us want to deal with. You know what I'm saying? So Stick to your game plan. You know what I mean? Stick to the guns. Don't try not to be emotional. I know it's hard early on, but try not to get emotional. Try not to take any offense to what the guy is trying to do, and just understand it's business. You know what I mean? It's about the performance. Work on your performance. Don't think about any emotion. Let that go. Trust me, you'll be so much more successful.
I appreciate that. Appreciate that, man.
No
Tell
problem. No problem.
This is something I'm gonna just add one more point before we go ahead and bring other people in. But this is shit that gets worked on in the gym. You feel me? Like
Hmm.
obviously fight night. You know what I mean? You're never gonna perform the same way you do in the gym in the beginning stages of your journey because you're still
Very
learning.
true.
However,
Yeah.
you do want to work on these things in the gym. You want to remain calm. I remember one time I was
Yeah.
sparring a guy that I felt that I was far more talented than. He hit me with a couple good shots, and I decided to do exactly what you said. I started brawling with him, and
I've
it
done it
was
too.
much more difficult for me. I actually talked to myself after that sparring match. I had a conversation with myself, and I said, next time I box this guy, I'm gonna relax more. And when I went in there the next day, I swear to God, kid you not, the kid didn't lay one finger on me. He never even landed a shot. The same person I was going toe to toe with, going fucking tooth and nail with him 2 days prior. And it was simply because I relaxed, I calmed down, I stopped trying to prove a point. And this is something that, again, you have to work on it. You have to be intentional about it. If you can't win every sparring match, you can't win every
Yeah.
fucking situation in a fight. Even in a fight, you can't win every situation. Part of the art of war is knowing when to retreat and knowing when to be aggressive. You see what I'm saying? And you have to understand that you might get caught with a shot. It's not the end of the fight. You see what I'm saying? You might, you know what I mean? You have to stay calm. You have to stay level. That's how you can see things. If you don't
Hmm.
stay calm, you can't see. It's as simple as like right now, I was on this stream and there was a technical issue and I start spazzing. What the fuck, man? The stupid ass computer. And
Yeah.
everybody's like, yo, chill, coach. Like, it's just a computer, chill. And then you got
Yeah.
some tech wizard comes in here and just figures the shit out real calm. And I'm like, oh, I didn't know that I had to press that button. I only use that example because that's really what the fuck be happening to me. I don't got buzzing. And then other people will come in
Happened to
like, yo,
me too, yeah.
chill, bro. All you had to do is press exit, nigga. Just relax. I'm like, oh, I didn't see it. You see what I'm saying? Had I stood
Yeah.
calm, I would have figured it out. So,
And
you know,
and be on his NBA jam.
yeah, exactly. So, you know what I mean? Trust me, man.
Yeah.
Boxing is the same thing as life, bro. It's the same thing as life. Think about any situation that you remain calm in real life and how that actually affected you as opposed to you when you overreacted. The ring is the
Hmm.
same thing. You feel me?
God.
Sir.
All right. Well, we got other people, man. I want to say thank you for getting on here 2 times, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you already know,
Yep.
y'all. Safe, man.
All right, brother.
No.
Later.
Good luck, bro.
Yep. All right. We got Pookie Man. Pookie Man. What's good, bro?
What's up?
Yeah.
What's up? What's up? My name is Pookie Man. You got it right the first time. Appreciate you, man. Coach
Where you from?
Anthony.
Where you from? Where you from?
I'm from Minneapolis, Minnesota.
Oh, okay.
Okay,
Okay.
I got peoples from Minnesota, man. I got peoples, man. You ever heard of area? I think is a street called Norton Block or some shit. I don't know, man.
Northern. Not
Norton
too
Block.
sure
You know,
about that
anyway,
one.
man. I know I got some people in Minnesota though, for sure though.
That's
But
what's
what's
up,
going on?
man. Not much, man. I just wanted to see, make sure y'all real. You just put that little link in there. I just want to see if it was going to be legit. I messaged you as well. You guys do y'all thing, man. The month of November has been dope, and I'm looking forward to seeing what December looks like with you guys and the discipline.
How long have you been subscribed to the channel? If you don't mind me asking.
So last year, that's when I first started subscribing with you guys. So like to see you
Okay.
guys' little YouTube shorts and stuff like that. Check out
Mhm.
different tips and tricks and stuff. And kind of a little nervous my first time being live on YouTube. A little kind of
How
dope.
you doing good though? You
Yeah,
doing good.
How long have you
appreciate
been
it.
boxing?
So honestly, like I went to like a title boxing club. I know you guys hate those things, but I went there first to try to pretty much see like how my arms move. How can I learn different combinations, maybe? And
Just so you know, just for the record, we don't personally hate those type of gyms. I mean, I just think that yeah. So don't feel like you have to defend yourself there. But go ahead.
No, no, no.
Hey,
We don't
thank
judge,
you.
brother. You walked into a gym, you're figuring it out. So we ain't mad at you. But go ahead.
That's dope. That's dope. But yeah, so Title Boxing Club out here in Maple Grove. I went there, started there first, and then there's another gym over in North Minneapolis called Northside Boxing. I go in there as well. Honestly, I had a lot going on this fall, a lot going on, but I'm back in the gym with Title Boxing. Now I'll go back to Northside. I just want to kind of get my feet kind of wet again, get those cobwebs off me and stuff like that. And I'm just ready to see where this takes me because it's
No, man, listen, boxing's gonna take you as far as you want it to take you.
Right.
I think that Eddie can also assess. Listen, boxing. You don't have to be a world champion. You don't have to be a
Right.
professional fighter. You don't even have to fight as an amateur to benefit from
Listen,
boxing.
you can be whatever you want. You can do those things if you decide to. You just have to just got to put the effort into it. You know what I mean? The fact that you go to two different gyms says a lot. You know what I mean? You're already trying to do it. You try to go to title boxing. You're just trying to get into it. You know what I mean? If you can, continue, you know what I mean, and just keep pushing forward no matter what. Don't let anything stop you from doing it if you really want to do it. You know what I mean? But one thing I will say, if you're really trying to do it and be serious, maybe turn professional at some point, it's a lifestyle. It's going to be something that's going to require a lot of time and a lot of effort. You know what I mean? Like when I was coming up, thank God I had a dad like I did, because believe me, if it was just on me, I don't know if I would have been able to do it, man. You know what I mean? We was in the gym sometimes 3 times a day. I would spar sometimes twice a day. Pros at 15 years old in the morning. I spar pros in the morning, and then amateur guys that I'd be waxing later. Pause. You know what I mean? It's just, it really requires a lot of energy, a lot of time, and a lot of focus. And like we just said a little while ago, discipline over motivation. I don't care how you feel about going to the gym that particular day, you have to go. You absolutely have to go, because if that one day you say, "Man, I don't feel like it," you actually don't go, that could be the beginning of the end for you. You know what I mean? That could be the limit of your discipline. Oh, one day I didn't eat enough, so I couldn't go to the gym. I felt a little tick in my throat. I was a little sick. I can't. Nah, fuck all that. Just deal with it. Just deal
How old
with
are
it.
you?
You know what I'm saying?
How old are you, brother? How old are you?
I'm 32.
Okay, you're 32. So check it out.
Still young enough.
Check it out. Check it out. Let's just say you went let's say you went to the gym 3 times a week and you do it until you're 40, right? Do you know how much better you're going to be by the time you're 40 years old? Eddie's 40. I'm 40.
Yeah.
So as 8 years of
Right.
training, right? You don't have to be a fighter. You don't have to be a fighter. And when I say that, I always stress that, because Eddie's a professional fighter. So somebody might be comparing themselves to Eddie or their favorite fighter. I never fought professionally, but I've still benefited from boxing. I mean, obviously, right?
Yeah.
And I just think that boxing gives you an advantage in life in so many different areas that it's almost a no-brainer to do the shit. Like if you
Yeah.
didn't box, if you never boxed for a duration of years, listen, just you doing it for 1 year, you have an advantage over people who's never done it before. So imagine 2 years, 3 years, 4 years. And then when you run into another difficult situation that might have nothing to do with fighting, you still have learned lessons through boxing that can be applied into another tough situation. So,
Yes, sir.
in my opinion, man, as a man, whether you choose boxing or you choose some other form of a martial art, or MMA, whatever, it's almost like a necessity. Honestly,
Yeah.
like I don't even look at this shit like a luxury anymore. I look at it like a
You
necessity.
need it.
You got
Yeah.
everybody here because there's lessons that can't be taught that you learn in boxing. You can't be taught. And I understand people using
Facts.
weapons and all that shit too, but it don't even matter, because when you box for a certain amount of years, you can figure out a way to deter those bullets and calm situations down through your personality, how you speak, because of confidence and calmness that you earn over the years that you will earn through boxing or martial art. So, or in a situation where there is no time to get your weapon. What happens when you can't get to your weapon? I'm only saying that to the people out there because there's always people watching like, man, fuck that, man. I don't need to fight.
I
Okay.
hear you.
Yeah.
What happens when you don't have your weapon on you, though? There will be a time. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And these are the situations where I'd rather know how to box than not know how to box. Just like I'd
Oh,
rather
hell
have
yeah.
one than not have one on me. You see what I'm trying to say? It's the same
Absolutely.
difference. It's the same difference. So
You
anyway, I say that to
you rather have it and not need it than need it and not have it and not
exactly,
have it. You know what I'm
and that
saying?
goes in all situations. You know what I'm saying? In the ring, out the
Right.
ring, whatever. So anyway, I say that to say you made a great decision by choosing the sport. You're in title boxing. You're going
Thanks.
to another club. You're on our YouTube channel. Hopefully, I can get you to invest into the Master Boxing Bundle.
Oh,
You
it's
can get some
happening.
more information, huh?
Oh, it's definitely happening. Yes,
Yeah,
sir.
you see what I'm saying? Like, and just continue to expand, invest into yourself. It's gonna return tenfold, man. I promise
Yeah.
you, bro. It's gonna return tenfold, man.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
All
Thank you.
right, so I got somebody else, man. I'm glad you got on here. We're gonna go ahead and chop it up, man,
Hey,
and
for
stay in
sure.
touch,
Y'all
man.
stay blessed, man.
You too, my
You
brother.
too, bro. Good luck.
Brooklyn,
Hey, what's up?
Yeah.
what's good,
Yeah.
Mister?
How y'all doing?
Good.
I'm not a fighter, but
Okay.
I have
Let's just reword. You're not a boxer.
yeah, I'm not a boxer.
Or you haven't competed in boxing yet, right? But we all fighters in one way or another.
Well, I haven't. I've actually I've been doing kung fu for a minute just for my mental, and I've actually
Okay.
I sparred boxers like a few times. But what I do is I'm a personal trainer. But I know you guys probably get this question a lot. But you know, I definitely am interested in, like, I love being around the sport. Like, I definitely interested in you know, being a strength coach, even if it was just being a strength coach in boxing, or if not a boxing coach, a strength coach. So my question was you know, just what do you think would be like the best things for me to do to pursue that path?
In order to do what? Be a strength coach?
Yeah.
For fighters. For fighters.
Yes, for boxing.
I would go down the rabbit hole. There's gonna be a rabbit hole of just educating yourself, you know, and you're gonna have to learn. You're gonna have to learn
Boxing.
about boxing. You're gonna have to
Yeah.
first. You're gonna have to understand the anatomy, understand physical training, and then you're gonna have to understand boxing. And you're just gonna have to do research, man. I mean, unfortunately, at this moment in time, I don't have any strength and conditioning programs where we focus on strength training for boxing yet. However, I'm sure you could just Google stuff for right now, and you're just gonna have to figure it out and go through a rabbit hole, man. And honestly, boxing yourself would be a really great way for you to learn because
That's good.
then you're using yourself as a test dummy in the situation, and you being a kung fu guy, you understand martial arts. Now all you have to do is change the skill set, right? It's the same difference. It's just like doing kung fu, but now you're boxing, but it's the same mental mind body connection. And then you can go ahead and experiment with different things that you have learned. But that's really the only way to do it, is to go down that rabbit hole and make sure you know what the hell you're doing. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to just jump into it and experiment and shit without learning something first, you know, learning the game of physical training and personal training for fighters is a different conditioning fight is a different thing than just getting a person in shape, you know.
Right. It's one thing that I'm actually in the process myself of learning. I think I shot a Chris out on the pod the other day, and he's really good with that, like understanding how to, you know, like you said, the mind body connections, you know, neurological different things like that with fighters, because there's the hand-eye coordination is extremely important in boxing. Obviously, you know what I mean. You got to be able to deal with punches coming at you. Your reflexes have to be sharp. All of these things need to be, you know, taken care of, or you need to have those things and sharpen those things. So I would focus more so on, like he said, playing boxing. You know, do some things, work on it, see how basic strength and conditioning applies to boxing. What's the best exercises for fighters? You know what I mean? Study that a little bit more. Then also start studying the neurological system and how you can figure out how to connect, you know, and sharpen up the person's mind, the mind-body connection with, you know, when you throw punches, to maybe make them a little faster, a little sharper, make their the reactions a little quicker, things like that. You know what I mean? I do this drill where I have guys are literally like in a somewhat in a boxing stance, and they're kind of bouncing, just like a boxing rhythm, movement right in the ring. I mean, in the gym, and then they got two weighted balls, and they're tossing them back and forth with each other from the left hand to the left hand and right hand to the right hand. You know what I'm saying? And they're just doing it while they're bouncing. So now what that does is that now they got to coordinate the timing of the balls, right? And you also got to make sure you see it. You got to make sure you catch it, but you also got to throw it back, and you got to throw it in good faith to the other guy's hand. You know what I'm saying? All that while still bouncing. You know what I mean? Keeping control, staying coordinated, using your core to keep you back. You're properly balanced. You got to have and like I said, in somewhat of a boxing stance too. So those kinds of things will really help accelerate the connection. You know what I mean? The neurological connection, the mind-body connection. It'll kind of speed it up a little bit, and some other things that we've done too with medicine balls and things like that. They can kind of not only just give you a hard workout, but also help with that hand-eye coordination type of thing too, and coordinate the footwork as well. So yeah, I mean things like that, experiment with yourself.
Yeah, exactly. Because you could talk. Strength and conditioning, in my opinion, is similar to boxing coaches. You could talk to 10 different boxing coaches, and they're going to give you a different approach. And you're going to talk to 10 different strength and conditioning coaches. They're going to give you a different approach. So what you want to do is totally learn the body. So therefore, you can make your own analysis on what you believe is right and what you believe is wrong. And it's going to take a long time. It's not going to be an overnight gig. So just be, anytime you get into something like this, which is boxing, fitness, lifestyle, always look at the long game, bro. Always look at the long game. Don't try to be the next hottest fucking trainer overnight. Don't try to be the best fighter overnight. Like, this is something that, look, I've been doing this shit 25 years. Right. Eddie's been doing this shit 25 years, right? So it's like we look like fly-by-night motherfuckers, but we've been doing this shit a long time where, it's the same thing for physical training, strength and conditioning. It's going to take you a decade to really hone in. But, hey, guess what? The time's going to pass anyway, and you already know stuff. So what you do is you take the information you already know, you continue to search, and eventually, bro, if this is something you really want, I have absolutely no doubt in my mind you will end up learning it, and you will end up being exactly what you're asking us right now. But you have to want it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's up to you. You know what I mean? It's up to you. But obviously, you come on, you're asking the questions, you're thirsty for the knowledge. You know what I mean? You have a decent degree of knowledge already from the Kung Fu, but also with, just, basic physical training. So, start utilize what you have and just get more knowledge. You know what I mean? Search up more, do some more research. And I guarantee you'll be able to, and you'll see different things. There's different examples out there. Don't be afraid to go to guys and ask questions like you're doing today. This is a smart thing you do. I think the closed mouth don't get fed. You won't know anything if you don't say anything. You know what I mean?
You see a strength and conditioning coach in one of these boxing gyms. Hey, man, I'm trying to get into this, man. You know what I'm saying? What do you think I should? Is there anything you suggest I buy, a course or whatever? And he might lead you the right way. He might lead you to a book. He might say, hey, man, this is a book I think you should read. You know what I mean? Just closed mouth don't get fed. You feel me?
Yes.
Right. All right, bro. We got some other people, man. I want to say thank you for pulling up in here, bro.
Thank y'all, man. I appreciate it.
No problem. Good luck, man.
Yeah, yes, sir. All right, we got Hi. Hi. Okay, bye.
Back. They back. There we go. Trying to get the
camera on. Hi.
What's going on?
To the camera, man. You all right over there?
Oh, we got a dog in there too. Hey, I think that dog want information too. He want to learn how to fight.
My boy, I got too much going on over there. We got Ricardo.
What's up, Coach Anthony? I just have some food. I'm a boxer. I trained like 6 years. I used to box in TJ, and I came over to San Diego, and I started training. But the only question I have is I started boxing, but the only thing I get confused that I watch too much boxing, and I forget my style of boxing. I never get it right.
Why?
Yeah.
Because you're watching too many other people.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Trying to.
I have on Facebook. I have a lot of coaches, and I watch them box,
Yeah.
and they're good. They're good boxers, but I try to learn one thing, and then I learn that thing, and I get confused with my style of boxing, and I forget how to box. I go to my punching bag, and try to practice, and I forget my style.
You got so. You know what? You know what it is. You see too much, and you trying to learn from everyone else, and you're not developing your own style. You got to find your own greatness. You can't. I'm not saying you don't look and get examples from other people. You should. You absolutely should. Like, I took a little bit from James Tony, Chris Bird, all kind of guys. Damn, man, left. Anyway, but in my opinion, right, you should definitely start thinking about your own style. You know what I mean? What you do well, what you like, what you feel comfortable doing. I'm not saying don't take from some of these guys. I mean, you can watch them, you can do what you want to do as far as
Yeah.
that and learn as much as you can, but don't just do that. You know what I'm saying? You backhand? Yeah.
I had to get a water real quick.
Yeah, that's all right. But yeah, but no, I understand how that could be. I used to watch a lot of guys. Like I watch Roy Jones, Shane Mosley, Floyd Mayweather, all these guys, and I'm trying to do what they do in training and all of this. But one thing I understood eventually is I had to, lean to what I'm comfortable doing, what worked better for me, was going to make me a
Yeah,
good fighter. You know what I'm saying? It's
yeah, I know what
hard,
you're
but
saying.
you can do it. You can do it, man. You'll get your style back. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and I got into the boxing gym in where I live in San Diego area. It's Tiger
Hmm.
Smalls, and I
Hmm.
trained and I learned their boxing stance and everything.
Yeah.
But the only reason why I go to boxing is because I want to learn more combinations, more techniques and everything.
Yeah.
But I never when I one time I sparred somebody and he hit me in the liver and he took my air out.
Took the air out of you.
Yeah, he took the air out of me.
Yeah, that happens. That happens. That's why you listen. I
Yeah,
was saying
Ricardo,
defense.
Ricardo,
Defense is important.
Ricardo, what you have to do to, what I mean, 'cause we got some other people behind you. What you have,
yeah,
what you
I get
have
it.
to do is just focus on the fundamentals. Don't worry about fighting like anybody else. Just leave that shit alone.
Facts.
Focus on the
Facts.
fundamentals and let your own style develop based off of the fundamentals. That's the way you learn
That's
this
a
game.
fact.
People
That's a
want to
fact.
fight like everybody else. You can get ideas, but right now you should be focusing on hands up, elbows in, chin tuck, throwing your jab, bringing it back, throwing your right hand, bringing it back, or throwing your right hand, rolling under. The basic fundamentals that we teach. And then once
Yeah.
you already understand that stuff, then you start doing it your way. I've been saying
Facts.
this is one of my favorite things to say. The coaches give you the paint brushes, they give you the colors, right?
Yeah,
But
right,
that paper, you got to draw your own picture. You draw your
That's a
own
fact.
picture. And
right,
That's
right.
a fact.
Eddie Chambers will be remembered for fighting like Eddie Chambers. Floyd Mayweather will be remembered for fighting like Floyd Mayweather. James Toney fighting like James Toney. Whenever you don't have a fighter who copies another fighter, and you know what I mean. And if they do, they never become that great anyway. So
Adrian,
Yeah,
look at Adrian Broner.
the only person
Adrian Broner.
he's the only
He's
one
a
who got
good.
that far doing that.
Yeah, and he did well, but after a while, man, you get found out. So
But remember,
you got to be you.
But even Adrian Broner had a solid foundation, solid
That's a fact.
skill set,
That's a
solid
fact.
fundamentals, and was doing
yeah,
it for a very long time before. Once you get good, then if you want to play around and try different stuff that you see. But
Yeah.
right now, just focus on the fundamentals.
All right,
Yes,
man.
sir.
Thank you very much.
Yeah,
No
man. Thank
problem. No
you.
problem,
Thank
my
you,
man.
brother. We're here
All
for
right,
you, man.
man.
Thank you. I'm gonna give you one more try. Hi. What's up, man? How can we help you?
Hi.
What's up, man? You a boxer?
Nervous. You box? He's like, hell no. I think he's about to jump off.
All right, man. See you later, there, champ.
I
Take
think he just
care.
wanted to. I think he just wanted to say hi.
Yeah, they just wanted to say hi, man. What's good, Chris?
Hey, how y'all doing tonight?
Good,
How
brother.
you?
I'm
How can
doing
we
good.
help
I'm
you?
doing good. Just got a quick question. I've been boxing for a few years now, and I'm from Cleveland, Ohio, and I
Okay.
seem to have a hard time trying to find consistent coaching. So my question
Mm,
was, do you feel like it's possible
mm.
for a boxer to learn the skills needed on his own?
I think that's one of the main reasons we sell courses. And we have a YouTube channel. So 100% yes. However, I do believe you need an experienced set of eyes to help you develop further. So
Yeah.
you can learn this stuff on your own, but if you want to take this to another level, at some point you're gonna need that extra set of eyes, which you can't watch yourself the whole entire time. And it's a little
Mm,
tedious to record yourself, go home, watch yourself, go back. So I think
yeah.
the answer is yes, but
Right.
with some fine print. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no,
Hmm.
I totally understand what you're saying. I just keep running into the situation where most of the classes or most of the instructors up here, everything is kind of group driven, like
Hmm.
for the monetary purposes. So
Yeah.
it's kind of hard to find that one-on-one person. I mean, you can find it temporarily, but I feel like to actually really truly develop, you kind of need that long-term person that
Hmm.
knows you, like knows, been watching you for 6 months, a year, and knows,
How long? How long you
stuff.
been? How long? How old are you?
I'm 32.
Okay, so
Okay.
I'm gonna
Okay.
be honest with you. I'm gonna be honest with you. Okay, and this is me talking to you as a grown man, real talk. Boxing coaches have smartened up over the years, and when it comes to business, right? So you may find yourself a coach, but he's gonna charge you
Mm,
money that you might not be wanting to pay for that
yeah.
kind of attention. See what I'm saying? Like, so for instance, like if a fighter comes to me right now in real life, if
Hmm.
I wasn't doing the online stuff,
Yeah.
when I wasn't doing online stuff, I was charging $100 an hour, which is fair. That's like actually a fair price in this area. Now, imagine if you train with me 5 days a week, that's $500.
$500 a week, bro. That's
Now
crazy.
you're paying 2K
Tough.
a month, and that's for 1 hour, right? Training sessions, you know, if you've been boxing, can be 2 hours.
Yeah.
So now
Yeah.
you're paying $200 a session. That's an easy stack a week. So the problem is, the trainers might be willing to do it, but they want to
Hmm.
get paid for their time. So what you have to
Yeah.
do is a strategy you can use is maybe pay for a session here and there and try to retain as much of that as you can and work on it on your own, because in order to find that trainer who's going to fully devote to you,
Hmm.
he has to believe that you're
Hmm.
going to be the next big champion. He's going to get paid out at some point, because if he's
Yeah.
just doing it, if you just want a trainer to do it because he got love for the game and love for you, them days are kind of like hard nowadays. That used to be the case back in the days. You might get lucky with an old head trainer who just loves boxing. You still might, because
Yeah.
Cleveland, in my opinion,
Cleveland. Yeah.
got some good fighters. So you might need
Yeah.
to run into one of those gyms that have a lot of amateurs, and hopefully they'll fuck with you.
Mhm.
But again, in order to get what you're looking for, it sounds like you're just gonna have to be willing to pay for that. And even
It's
if you
tough,
can't
man.
pay, and even if you can't pay for it as often as you like, at least pay for it and retain as much information as you possibly can that day, and say, "All right, coach, I got you. I'm gonna work on this for the next 2 weeks, and when I get paid again, I'll come back and do another session with you." I had a lot of people who used to train with me like that as well, because who the hell gonna really pay that much every day unless you got a lot of money? So, um, that's the truth for the fact of the matter. But if you get lucky, you can get lucky, but you're gonna have to really start searching. You got anything you want to add to that, Eddie?
Yeah, man. You just know what? It's the gyms you're a part of. You got to go to certain gyms. You might not like it. It might not be in the neighborhoods you like. You know what I'm saying? It might not be. You might be in the gym for a couple months and nobody really say anything to you. You know what I mean? You might get a motherfucker to come up to you and be like, "Yo, you want to spar my guy?" You like, all right. You get in there, spar with your guy, and they try to take your head off. You know what I'm saying? But then if you do well, you might get the respect of them. And they might, yo, I fuck with this kid. Let me train this dude.
That's actually
You know
true
what I
because
mean?
I remember one time there was a trainer in Florida, and I wanted to go train with him one day. He said, "It is exactly what he said to me." He said, you can come train for free, but you got to spar my guy." And the kid he had
Mm-hmm.
was a really
Sure.
talented fighter. But the good thing is I had experience, but in my mind, I already seen what it was. I was like, okay, he need work for his guy. He was willing to give him a free session, but I had to be willing to give his guy work. So I still had to pay one way or the other. I had to get paid by getting punched on, which is okay because at the time I was boxing, but that's the kind of relationship you may get lucky and find. But again, it all depends on the mindset of the trainers, man. You might get lucky. Again, you might. But there's a lot of trainers out here, man, they want to get paid for their time because a lot of trainers have put in a lot of years with guys and then the fighters leave them.
That happens a lot.
Or the fighters decide they don't want to box no more. And next thing you know,
happens a lot too.
I know one of the best trainers in the world, man. He got to work now. He got a regular job, and he's one of the best fucking trainers in the world. And it's because he gave everything to the fighters, and then they fucked him over in the end. So now he won't even train a fucking fighter. He's like, fuck y'all, I don't want to train nobody. And he's so talented. I'm not going to say his name or put his business out there, but he's such a talented trainer that it's almost sad. It is sad to see. You're like, damn, bro, this guy has so much to offer a fighter. He refuses. He don't even want money now. He like, I don't even want to fuck with y'all no more. So this is what happens to trainers. So nowadays trainers are like, nah, man, you got to pay. So you got to look at it from two different angles. Like you got to look at it from the trainer side. So maybe you go up to a trainer that's good and say, listen, man, I don't got a lot of money, but this is what I'm willing to pay you, man. Will you please work with me? Like, don't even ask for nothing. Just put some money in his hand. Be like, here, bro, here's this. This is what I could pay you. What do I get for this? Do I get 2-3 rounds on the mitts? What do I get, man? I just really want to learn. Maybe if you approach it like that, he might be like, you know what, man, I never had somebody just put money in my hand. All right, man, I'll work with you, bro. You see what I'm saying?
Also, man, loyalty to a lot of these guys. That's a lost thing nowadays. Motherfuckers take the next thing smoking. You know what I mean? If it's hot or if it's gonna put some money in their pocket, you know what I mean? Or if it looks sweeter, you know what I mean? They always feel, oh, the grass is greener on the other side. They leave trainers all the time. Sometimes they change trainers like they change their draw. It's about that loyalty and about finding somebody who understands you and you have a good relationship with, that you can talk to. You can ask life, questions about, that you may have about whatever's going on in your life too. Some of these old heads can, they're good with stuff like that. So I think it's important to get that connection too. You know what I mean? If you can find it, I'm not saying it's going to be easy, but you got to put yourself in the right places. You got to go to maybe some of them old school gyms. You know what I mean? It might not be the sexiest looking place in the world, but there'll be some guys in there that might fuck with you if you really get their respect. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and I think that's probably where a lot of my problem come in at, because 9 times out of 10, I'm probably heading towards a model gym, and those model gyms, from what I understand, it just seems like everything is more monetary based. Like it's not really
of course.
Training. I own one of those. I own one of those. My gym that I had when I had a gym for a minute out here in Jersey. It was a mixture of both. It was a mixture of both. I did have a good amount of talented fighters by default. That's not what I even wanted. I wanted to just make money, but somehow these kids ended up learning in the program and they got good. I had no choice but to turn them into fighters. I was like, shit, these kids actually got fucking good. I thought they were just going to do the fitness program, but they ended up picking it up. And I had like 8 or 9 solid amateur fighters that were winning nationals and everything. But at the time, my goal was to fill up the program and make as much money as possible. Let's not kill ourselves. Nobody gets in the business to not make money. So that's what we have to. That's good. So it's like what Eddie said was perfect. you might have to go somewhere else in order to get what you're looking for. And it's like back in the day when everybody went to New York City or LA to try to be somebody. Like, you got to be willing to go to maybe a rougher part of your area to get that hardcore training, and find that trainer who says, yo, I just do this shit because I love it. As long as you're willing to get in the ring and you're willing to do what I tell you to do, you might get lucky. You know what I mean?
Hey, me and my pop and family left my hometown of Pittsburgh, moved to Philly. You know what I mean? After I had 8 pro fights, just because of the opportunity to come up there, and we figured the sparring, the training, the opportunity just in general to get bigger fights and to get around those people was going to be better. You know what I'm saying? And we ended up meeting my manager, and my manager brought me up. Tried to get with Don King, tried to get with different people as as time went on. End up signing with Goose and Tudor, and got some big fights, and then fought for the world title and all. So it's not impossible; it can happen. You just have to be willing sometimes to. And I know it's crazy, man. You're like, damn, I'm 32, and I don't even know if this is something I'm gonna be doing for the rest of my life, or not even say for the rest of my life, or even for my, to turn pro. But if you really want that information, if you really want to get to a certain point, just because you're 32 don't mean you can't. You know what I'm saying? You ain't got no wear and tear from the sport. You can still do some shit. It just depends on how much you want it. You know what I mean? You might have to go to a place that you might not, want to be for a while. But then guess what? Once you start to see that this is going to benefit you and it's going to work for you, then start enjoying yourself. And then you start seeing progress. You know what I mean? So sometimes you got to you make the hard decisions.
Yeah. I hope we gave you some answers, bro. I mean, I don't know where this
I hope
it helped you, man. But the truth is, man, I think your situation is going to be a mixture. I think I think if I was you, it would be a mixture. So I'm thinking to myself, if I wanted to learn something, you're gonna have to do a little bit of everything. You're gonna have to pay for some training, personal training. I would invest into online stuff with me and Eddie. A shameless plug.
Not to be a dickhead about it, but the truth of it is, it's beneficial, bro. It really is.
Yeah, you know what I mean. You're gonna have to be willing to train on your own and motivate yourself, which is the hardest.
That's hard.
That's one of the main reasons why people find coaches, because they can't get themselves to do the shit on their own. But you're gonna have to force yourself. And you may have to take some trips to the other side of town and find one of these gyms and hope that you get lucky. But remember, you got to just take a few things into account. You're an older guy, not that boxing is dead for you, but a lot of the times these guys like to work with young guys for free. You know what I'm saying? And when you become like 30 years old, 27, 28, whatever, they're like, all right, you got a job, you could pay for this shit. So, it just becomes one of those situations. So just know the truth is, a lot of the times you got to pay to play, bro. That's just the truth of the fact that, like, right now, if I want to learn something from somebody, I'm already at a point in my life that I already understand how much. I don't even got time to talk to you about this shit, brother. How much? All right, well, if I'm willing to pay that, let's go, man. I got to learn this shit. I don't got time to be fucking around. That's where I'm at in my life at this age. When I was young, I had extra time. I could, try to find some free shit or whatever. But, once we get a little bit older, it becomes pay to play, bro. Listen, we ain't got time, man. I got to learn this shit. Something I really want to get good at. How much, man? All right, cool. Let's get to it. That's my best advice to you, bro.
Yeah, and hey, listen, I got a guy that came up here from Columbus a little like a few weeks ago. My man from Columbus came up, worked out with me for a day or two. I think it was actually for just a day to get some game, man, just to learn. He said, I'm gonna come back up, man. I thought I learned a lot. You know what I mean? I need to, I need to keep it up. You know what I'm saying? So, if you're willing to invest in yourself, man, to really get to the next level, you'll do whatever it takes if you really want to do it. You know what I'm saying? I think, it is. Trust me.
I'm sure it is. So yeah, I definitely would look into that. And like I said, as far as like the payments and stuff like that, that's really not too much of a problem. I think I just keep running into trainers who I don't want to make it sound like bad. Like I said, I've been boxing for like almost 4 years now. So the fundamentals The fundamentals is down. I'm just trying. I have a problem finding that
dedicated guy,
that dedicated guy that can actually, help me like
get to the next level,
footwork and this and that, instead of just the normal, hey, throw your 1-2s and your 3-4s. Like, it's like I'm kind of past that already.
Because the problem is, a lot of those trainers that you're looking for, they're already established, and they're like, I'm not like for instance, there's a guy right here who asked me this question. I don't know if you're still in here, Stat. Are you one of the coaches that can build a fighter from his feet up? Coaches that have skills become rarity. I just answered that by default. I didn't even see the questions. That I've literally started a program, and amateur fighters got developed, and I took kids with zero experience and brought them to national tournaments. I'm more proud of that than some of the shit I've done with professional fighters, and I've worked with world champions and everything. You see what I'm saying? I'm more proud of that because I actually did that. So I know I'm capable of that. However, if somebody brings a kid to me right now and says, I want you to build him from scratch, I'm not so interested anymore. I'm not so interested anymore because I know how much time
takes a lot.
It ain't that I can't do it. I got 24 hours in a day, and I need to maximize these 24 hours. And taking a kid and building him from the ground up might take too much at this point in my life. Now, you in life, you go through waves, Sometimes you got time for that. Sometimes you don't. Right now, I'm not in one of those times. So I've done it already, though. So I think that a lot of trainers that could help you, they either got their set pros already or their set price already. And they're just like, this is what it is, bro. I've been doing this 50 years, 40 years.
Bro,
fuck that. I ain't doing that again. You know what I'm saying? So
it's
that's
hard.
the part for you. You're in a funny situation because what you're looking for, it's difficult to find, man. It's really difficult, man. Honestly, man. That's part of the reason why me and Eddie do this shit. Honestly, I'm going to be honest. That's part of the reason why we sell the courses. We do the live streams. We'll do the demonstrations in the gym. We do this because we know that there's a big group of people just like you who can't find a fucking trainer. And we're like, we'll fill that void online. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's the reason we do it. If there wasn't a huge demographic of people like you, then we wouldn't even be in business because it's like they'd be just going to their trainer. Like, why would they listen to us? But there's a lot of people in your shoes, and we know that already. So you're in that funny place, and you just gonna have to keep searching. You know what I'm saying? Or you might have to move around. You might have to get out your comfort zone. But yeah, you're in a funny situation. That's the unfortunate side of boxing.
What you're looking for guys like us, to be honest. Guys that, because your experience level, you're past the point of just, learn how to jab, learn how to step, all the real basic shit. You need a trainer. Right. For fights. Exactly. You need to be fight ready. You need to understand what it's like to be in camp. You know what I mean? Maybe not professional camp necessarily, but you need to be on the job constantly. And it needs to be something.
The trainers that are at that gym, the trainer that are at that gym, any of them have any fighters?
Yeah, they have some younger fighters that they're dealing with, a few like female fighters at the gyms. But like I said, even with the training with them, it seemed like a lot of what I run into is still the basics.
I know what you're saying. I know what you're saying. I know what
like
you
I said, and I'm not trying to like down talk anybody or anything like that of that nature or whatever. It's just, it seems like up here at least. I mean, I've been to Strong Style, a few other places.
Is there any gyms out there that have like some really good I know there is, because when we go to the tournament, we run into a lot of guys from out there. So I know that you're in a boxing town. Honestly, the truth is, you should be able to find some boxing over there. I'm gonna be honest. It's not like you in Wyoming somewhere. You in fucking Cleveland. Like, everybody knows Cleveland's talent.
Fight town. Yeah, Cleveland fight town.
There's a lot of talent. So I think that you might not be searching hard enough.
Or you might be looking in the wrong places. You might just not know where to look.
It's like right now, if you go to Philly, man, you can't tell me you can't find somebody in the motherfucking city that'll help you. Like, you basically like in a Philadelphia type of area, bro. Like,
I tell you what though.
I don't think it's Philly.
But Philly, you could be walking down the street and run to a damn boxing trainer, and you know what I'm saying?
Cleveland might not have as many, but there's a good.
Yeah.
Good.
No, there's a good group. There's a good crop. Yeah, I can feel that.
You're gonna have to be also willing, as a guy who's
Yeah.
32 years old. Like I think we said this to you. I think we were talking to you. We've been talking for a minute now. You got to be willing to just get in there with some of their guys and just show them what you got. You've been boxing 4 years. You got the fundamentals down, right? So, okay, you got the fundamentals down. Get your headgear. Get your mouthpiece. Let's see what you got. That's how you earn the respect of the trainers where they're like, yo, this guy
dude can fight.
This strong. This guy could actually give him some work.
Yeah.
Let's go ahead. Let's get him some sparring and let's put a little bit of attention into this guy because now you're beneficial for their guys. They might look at you as a body, right?
Yeah.
But that's your plan. You go in there knowing, I know y'all gonna look at me as a body, which when I say a body, I mean a sparring partner.
I know what you're
saying. We know you. I know y'all don't give a fuck about me. Y'all trying to develop him, but I got another plan for y'all motherfuckers. He not gonna whoop your ass the way y'all think he is. And that's where you turn the table on their ass. But you gotta be willing to go through that fire.
I did that so many times, man. I was with my dad the whole time, but like I got taken to camps. Like call my manager, like my manager would call different people, like, "Yo, y'all need some work." You know, I got a guy. You know what I mean? Different people will call because they hear the reputation I had. Oh, he's a pretty good work. He's pretty good work. And I got a chance to spar Sim Rockman when he was the champ, or before he was the champ. And then I got a chance. I went to spar with Shannon Briggs, Monty Barrett. I went to all these camps, bro, and all of them was, they looking. I'm about to be, meat paws. I'm about to go get tenderized. They're gonna beat the hell out of me in there. He a little guy, he only 6'1", about 210. Man, I'm gonna kill this little motherfucker, man. I get in there with these dudes, and they'd be like, "Yo, who the fuck is this nigga? Like, where did he come from?" Like I remember I sparred Clifford ATN, the Black Rhino, back in the day. I probably don't even know who that is, but anyway. And I was told back some years before, like, "Yo, this dude's pace is crazy, man. You can't spar the Rhino." This is when I was like, in the Pittsburgh area, and I went down to Buddy's camp one time when I was in Philly, when I was coming from Philly, and the Rhino was down there, and my dad was like, "Oh yeah, Eddie's getting in there. Eddie gonna get in there with that motherfucker," because they was talking about he couldn't spar with him before. I wanted to kick his ass. So I got in there with him, and the dude, he ain't taking it easy. He coming in to take my head off. I was a pro already. I had like 10 fights. Man, when I laid into that, I laid into his ass. These dudes had a new respect. I mean, they kind of knew me, but didn't know me that well. But after that shit, they was like, "Yo, where the fuck this dude come from, yo? Where you find this guy?" You know what I mean? And that's how you get the respect. Now you go to these motherfuckers and you be like, "Look, I'm gonna do what I need to do. I'm gonna go in there and put my foot in your ass. You know what I mean? I ain't holding nothing back. I'm gonna get the respect of you motherfuckers. I'm gonna have a line of trainers willing to fight each other to fucking get me. That's the way you gotta do it, bro. I went to a lot of these camps, and I'm telling you, these dudes will tell you, I wasn't no bitch just because I might look like a little motherfucker that can't do shit. I'm telling you, nigga, these dudes, they respect the hell out of you when you give them some work. And I went in as a sparring partner. You know what I mean? But we knew what we had. And that's what you got to do. You got to say, "Yo, I know what I can do." You know what I'm saying? I just got to go prove it to the rest of these motherfuckers. And I'm telling you, you'll get a trainer. You're going to get a lot of trainers if you do that. Trust me.
Yeah,
Totally
man.
understood.
That's the other way, man. Put that sweat equity in and be willing to go through the fire. And if you're willing to do that, you'll get the attention of somebody. That's like the only hack I can give you that might be beneficial to you. But if you're not willing to do that, then you're gonna have to find somebody and just figure out who you could pay. And that's just the truth, bro.
Yeah, it's tough, man. It's tough out here in boxing, man. Yeah.
All right, Chris, man. Listen, man, we're gonna be going on lives as much as possible, man. So,
stay in touch.
Stay tuned. Definitely will.
Yes.
Definitely will. And I'll definitely be checking out the courses in between times just to, try to sharpen up as best as I can. So I appreciate it.
Thank you, man. Get it today before I raise the price, man. Get it today before I raise the price.
Got you. I appreciate it.
All right,
my
Chris,
man. Take it easy. Man. Good work.
See that, Eddie, though, man? That tells you right there how important what we do really is. Like,
fucking right. Absolutely.
Think about this, man. Like, these are the kind of conversations you and I have with the members from the community that do the mentorship all the time, where His situation is a little different. We're trying to give him different ideas of how he can actually get a trainer. But I'm talking about when people ask us about training regimens, nutrition, bad days in the gym, they just want to vent. They just want to talk about how their day went. They want to build confidence. I mean, man, the importance of just communications through the verbal communication and the spiritual connection you get with a trainer, a fighter, and stuff like that is so underrated, man. Because it's like
way underrated.
think about it, man. Like when Custom Model was training. See, everybody wants what Custom Model and Tyson had. Everybody wants that shit, you know what I'm saying? But the truth is, those were things that were more common back in the day. But not only that, they're harder to find. And the older you get, the harder it is to find.
Somebody's willing to believe in you. Yep.
Exactly. Because listen, for the people in the chat right now who's watching, there's a lot of people in the chat where they're watching, they ain't saying nothing, Eddie. They just watching. For the people in the chat,
Understandable.
Let's just say you were a coach and me and Eddie walked through the doors. I was like, we want you to train us. They're like, really? Okay, how old are you? Oh, we're 40. Oh, you're 40. Okay, cool. You ain't going nowhere, motherfucker. Even though you might be able to. That's what they're thinking.
Yeah.
That's what they're immediately thinking. Why? Because boxing's a business. So they're looking at it from a business perspective. Yeah, you might be able to learn how to box, but you ain't gonna make no money doing this shit. And if you ain't gonna make no money doing this shit, then why the fuck am I gonna train you? See, when people ask me that shit all the time, hey man, am I too old to box? No. You might be too old to make a lot of money doing this shit, though. That might be past you. It just depends. If you do happen to make money with this, how do you do it? You got to have an angle. You haven't have an angle, a loud personality, something, a Jake Paul type of a following.
That's it. There's
different ways to do it, but if you're just a regular guy and works a 9 to 5, and you're 32 years old, or you're 35 years old, or you're 40 years old, and you want to be the next hottest thing in boxing on a world-class scale, bro, that's a very difficult thing to do. Is it impossible? Nothing's impossible.
No,
but it's very difficult to fucking do. And that's why people don't want to invest into it. Because they're like,
It's
Eddie,
possible.
Let's look at you, Eddie. Let's look at Eddie.
Yeah.
Let's look at Eddie Chambers. Perfect example. Eddie Chambers has 49 pro fights already. He already knows how to fight. Nobody has to teach him shit. He already could get in there. All you gotta do with Eddie is get this motherfucker in shape, get him the right sparring, and we're good to go. You know what I'm saying? Remind him of a couple of things he needs to be doing, and we can just go ahead and fight, you know, in a couple of, 6 to 8 weeks, whatever the time we need. You could do that with a guy like Eddie. And guess what? A promoter and a fucking manager or whatever gonna still not want to touch it. They'll be like, I don't know, man. I don't know what we get with Eddie. I don't know.
Yeah.
They're not gonna be super excited about it because they're gonna see
age.
He's a little bit older. He hasn't fought that consistent. He knows how to fight. He's dangerous. He might fuck around and beat our good guy. I don't think I want to touch that guy.
Exactly.
Now imagine if that can happen to a guy like Eddie. I trained another fighter by the name of Tevin Farmer, former champion of the world. He's actually fighting tomorrow. Big shout out to Tevin Farmer. I no longer train Tevin Farmer. I still think the world of the guy. He's a fantastic human being, great guy. Even him, he fought Jojo Diaz in 2020, January of 2020. He lost the fight. Then we went into COVID. Jojo Diaz didn't stick to his rematch clause. Tevin went on like a 2.5-year hiatus, never fought again. Like he just started fighting again, and he's fighting local. You're talking about a former champion of the world, and it's hard for him to get fights.
That's real shit, man. Boxing.
I mean, how do you go? And not only was he a former world champion, he was the most active champion. The most active world champion in I think 30-something years, Eddie. He fought like 6 or 7 fights in a year or something crazy, which hasn't happened in a long fucking time. He lost one fight, and the motherfucker couldn't get a fight after that.
Listen, boxing is such
I'm not even talking about that no more. He was literally there with Javante Davis a couple of years ago. People were trying to get him to fight Javante Davis. That shows you how this fucking game goes.
Yeah. What have you done for me lately? One fight. But the good thing about it is, one fight bad, one fight good. If you look good, you back in the fold. All it's going to take is one. Just depends on who it is.
You got to get that opportunity, though.
And that is where it becomes hard. Because motherfuckers will not, they will not fuck with you if they know, like, look at Tevin. Slick, southpaw, difficult motherfucker to fight. They will not want to fuck with him and take a chance on losing their opportunity at making some real bread to give him an opportunity. Unless he's real good friends with somebody, he ain't gonna get it that simple. It's gonna be a rough road. He gonna have to do some back alley shit to get into that position.
Because even if you beat him, he might make you look bad in the process.
Exactly.
And
then they're gonna question.
That alone can target. Look what happened to Shakur against this fucking guy. I mean, even though Shakur had hurt hand, he didn't look great. Now people ruling him out right off the rip.
Oh yeah. Oh, he ain't this. He ain't that. I think that's ridiculous, but whatever. You know what I mean?
I'm just saying that shows you how this game is. If you get the right opponent that you can beat, but he makes you look regular, now that fucks up your brand. So that's why they'll stay away from a super defensive fighter or a super slick fighter who presents those type of performances and issues, because they know, like, yeah, if we fight Eddie's gonna fucking make this shit a fucking stink show. We're not gonna be able to hit this motherfucker. He's gonna fucking make our guy look like he's just a regular guy, and that's gonna take away some of the illusion that we're trying to create with our guy. We're trying to create.
He won't be as marketable.
Because you know, everybody falls for the hype. You know what I'm saying? Oh man, he's knocked out his last 20 opponents, and then you go look up who these motherfuckers are, and you're like, bro, who? Like, look at what, like, no disrespect, but like, look at Edgar Berlanga when he was coming up. Like, he was knocking everything out. You put him in there with a couple of solid opponents, he went to the decision. I haven't heard shit about him in how long now? It's been like 2 years.
Yeah.
He came in with Fat Joe. He came in with all these fucking chains, and he had all this street credibility. And a couple of fights that he won already.
Still look at.
He fucking won the fights. He didn't even lose the motherfucking fights.
That lets you know.
Ain't that
immediate
crazy?
Gratification.
He's still undefeated.
Listen, immediate gratification. Let somebody see a chink in your armor. I don't give a shit if it's the smallest one. Oh, he ain't that good. He ain't this. He ain't that. He ain't gonna be able to beat this guy. He won't be able to beat that guy. You know what I mean? You could be the best ever, and they'll still say that. Same thing with what happened with Floyd. I'm sure people were saying it about Ray Leonard at different times back in the day too. Yo, boxing is a very fickle, fucking fair weather, like, fan type shit. It just happens like that, and you see it. Sports in general, but boxing, it's just crazy sometimes how they talk about our own fighters. Talk about them like they ain't shit sometimes. Like, how you gonna say that, regardless of what the performance was, man? You gotta think, man. You know what I mean? And the crazy part is, some of these guys are former athletes or athletes, and in pro athletes, and you know how difficult it is in pro sports across the board. It's fucking hard. The amount of separation between guys, the talent gap or the athleticism gap. There's small little things to separate, and for these motherfuckers to try to downplay a guy just because he didn't have the greatest performance with another high level professional, it's just so crazy to me. Crazy to me. Maybe a regular dude that don't understand, I get it, but it's crazy.
This is why we tell our people who follow us here in our community, when you get into boxing, don't get into it to be a fighter. Don't get into it to be a champion. Don't get into it for that necessarily. Fall in love with the journey. Fall in love with the journey, because there's so many benefits to boxing outside of just being the next hottest fighter. I know that's hard for some of y'all to hear. I know some of y'all don't want to hear that shit. I know some of y'all like, man, shut the up, coach. Nigga, I'm trying to be a world champion. I get it. Please, I have compassion. I get it. However, that's the wrong reason to get into this shit. That's a byproduct of doing the right shit every single day, the stars aligning, and shit working out. However, but if you get into boxing and you say to yourself, I'm just going to work on my jab, I'm just going to work on my defense, I'm going to work on my footwork, I'm going to work on counter punch, I'm going to work on just getting better, I'm going to work on getting in better shape, I'm going to focus on completing my rounds, I'm going to focus on doing these things. That's when it becomes beautiful. That's when there's no pressure on trying to be this, trying to be that. You just get better at the sport. This is far deeper than all the monetary shit that you see on TV. And for the guys out there who are 32 years old, 40 years old, 27, 28 years old, who still want to be pros, I understand it. But because if let's just say you're listening to us right now and you're like, oh shit, well, Coach Anthony and Eddie just said that there ain't no fucking chance.
Nah, we ain't saying that.
I'm just saying, but let's just say that's how you took what we were just talking about. Now you're basically gonna say, I ain't doing this shit. Fuck that. I'm gonna do something else. And then guess what? You don't get to experience all the other benefits that boxing brings to the table. So you rob yourself. You rob yourself with that mentality. Don't rob yourself for that, man. You know what I'm saying? Just enjoy this shit and let whatever happens happen, man. You know what I'm saying? It's like that's the best advice I can give you, man. It's like you really, it's like right now when I first met Eddie as a friend, like, oh man, if Eddie doesn't work with me on my YouTube channel, then what's the point? You know what I'm saying? Like, no, me and Eddie were friends. We were just cool. And next thing you know, now we're doing shit. And it's like the process has been beautiful the whole time. Like, and it has never been a situation of what can I get out of this friendship? It was more so a genuine friendship that turns into shit. And that's how you got to look at boxing. Just get into boxing for the genuineness of the sport, genuinely want to get good at it, and let whatever flourishes from it flourish from it. But don't put the pressure of, I got to fight, I got to do this. Because once you do that, you fuck it up. You fuck it all up.
I could tell you, I could tell you, I'm motherfuckers from experience, 100%. And to a degree, it was forced upon me a little bit, but I'm happy that I did. But at the same time, I don't have the greatest relationship with the sport in a sense, and how I attribute me doing it, like as far as like trying to fight at a high level, because it seemed like it was something I had to do or I needed to do versus something I loved or wanted to do. You understand what I'm saying? And if you get involved, like me with basketball, if I change everything and I can go back in time and flip it and turn it to basketball, something that I would have chosen, man, I would be NBA All-Star. There's no fucking question. And the reason why is because I love it. Every part of that shit I want to do. If I could stay in the gym from 5 in the afternoon or from 12 in the fucking 12 at noon to fucking 2 in the morning, I would fucking do it, bro. I've done full shifts. I've seen trainers clock in and clock the fuck out on me being in the gym playing basketball, bro. And that's because I just love being there. I love being around it. I love learning. You know what I'm saying? If you can bottle that, if you can develop that or understand that, or if that's what you're doing it for, that right there could take you very far, no matter what your age is. Now, obviously, if you're 40, it's going to be a very short period that you think you're going to be able to be pro. But, if you're in your early 30s, you know what I mean, your 20s, any of that, believe me, get started on it and do it for the love. Don't do it for the need for money or because you got this going on, that going on. Nah, do it for the love of the game. That's the real purpose.
Yo, I think on that note, y'all, we're going to end it right there. I think that's a lot for you guys to take in. That's some real game. I hope you guys got value from this. If you guys got value from this, man, let it be known. Share this with somebody who might need to hear this. Press the thumbs up. You know what I'm saying? Listen, man, our goal is to help you guys. We got on here. We talked with you guys tonight to really show you guys you're dealing with real people who are really here for you, man. So I hope you guys take advantage of the courses, the private community, all the stuff that we got in store for you, because it's hard out there, man. My man already showed y'all, man. It's hard to find a trainer. It's hard to find somebody who's going to invest into you. And really, when you find out what shit costs out there and you go back and see what we're charging, you're like, this shit is cheap as hell. I already told you an hour training session with an average coach is $100 an hour. I'm not making this shit up.
Average.
And those coaches are not nowhere near as notable as Eddie and
not
I.
Even close.
And they're
not
charging
even close.
an hour. So imagine you want to train with a coach 5 days a week. You've already bought 2 master boxing bundles. Like the master boxing bundle right now is $297 until I get off the stream, and then it's going up to $397. I already got the $397 commercial, and then we're going to raise the price on that again. So, guys, if you guys are still in this stream, head over to the website right now. Do not wait, because I promise you, when you wake up tomorrow, you'll be like, shit, why didn't I just grab that shit, man? What the fuck was I waiting for? I literally was like waiting for no reason, and now coaching. And I'm not reversing. I'm not giving back deals, because we've been rocking this sale since November, the beginning of November. Now we're going into December. I think we're going to do December, Discipline Decembers. I haven't decided. Let me sleep on it. If I wake up tomorrow and you see a Discipline December thumbnail with a live stream ready to go, you already know what it is. No, Discipline December will basically be making sure that we're staying disciplined in December to get prepared for 2024. And discipline means diet, training, mindset, handling our to-do list, everything as a whole, just being better people as a whole, all together. Discipline December. I think it'll be a lot of fun to do it. I've wanted to do it for a few winners now. I have never done it. We did no days off November. I usually take off December because of no days off November beats me up a little bit. But you know what, man? Sometimes you got to be disciplined and go through the fire. So I'm going to sleep on it, wake up, think about it. Again, guys, head over to CoachAnthonyBoxing.com if you guys appreciate what we do, if you guys see the value in what we do. That's really it for tonight. Y'all really have nothing else to say, man. Y'all have a good night.
We told you not to wait, Eddie. We told him not to wait. We just gave the biggest sale that we've ever given in history, which was 16 masterclass courses for only $297. Courses that were sold individually for $300 a pop, okay? You basically got them all for $18 a pop. It's something ridiculous if you took advantage of that sale. But don't worry. We're still going to hook you up. You can still get all 16 courses for $397. Now, of course, it's not $297 the way we gave recently, but it's still cheaper than any Black Friday sale that I've ever done in history. Last year, the biggest sale I ever done was more expensive than $397. So if you want to take advantage of this, go ahead, grab the courses. Oh, and also for you guys out there who like to send me sparring and heavy bag videos, you're going to automatically get enrolled to the CA private community, okay, which is basically a place where you can upload videos, upload sparring, ask questions on the daily, and we're gonna get back to you. You know what I mean? It's like 24/7 access to Coach Ant and Fast Eddie Chambers. All right, so this is a no-brainer. Don't wait until we raise the price, because once we do, it's gone. It's gone for good.
Y'all still got a chance to get it for $297. Y'all see the $397 commercial. Y'all still got a chance to get it for $297. However, next time we're talking. Damn, I pressed that. You see that? That's what's gonna happen. Y'all gonna punch yourselves in the face and y'all go ahead and see that price go up. Y'all gonna be like, yeah, man,
that was right on time too. They got
I pressed that by mistake.
Yeah, I think that actually worked out perfectly. I don't know why.
That was picture perfect, man. So all right, y'all have a good night, man. I hope you guys grab the courses. Hope to see you on the other side of them. Peace.